The stage is set.
I'm a ball star! I'm a ball star!
An all-star cast of our most memorable contestants is back for one more shot at glory. These all-stars will face brand new, bigger, and crazier challenges on the most extraordinary obstacle course ever assembled. Those all-stars must be prepared to endure breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and catastrophic falls. Only the four swiftest and fastest all-stars will move on and compete in our final obstacle course, the biggest of them all, the Wipeout Zone. The epic competition begins now to see which all-star will emerge victorious and which will wipe out.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Hello, America, and welcome to Wipeout. I'm John Anderson here with John Henson. And today, it's a very special all-star edition of Wipeout.
Oh, so we brought back all the winners.
Nope, not a winner in the bunch, but they are some of our favorite, most entertaining contestants.
So they're really more like fall stars.
Now, that's well put. And today, they're looking for redemption and another shot at 50 grand.
Well, do they understand that our new course makes last year's look like a spa treatment?
We will soon find out for sure as our all-stars take on this week's Wipeout qualifier. It all starts with the spiked fenders. That's a spiky bridge over the river of mud.
Mud.
After that, we move on to the sucker punch.
Don't let the name fool you. It punches everyone.
And then on to our old friends, the big balls, and their new friend, the motivator.
Yeah, the all-stars better watch their backs, as well as their fronts.
From there, it's on to the trampoline hurtles.
I believe you mean hurtles, John. They don't tickle.
And finally, our all-stars will have to make their way across the trapeze swing set. Of our 24 all-stars, only those with the top 12 times will make it past the qualifier and on to the next round.
Well, I can't wait to see who is crazy. I mean, cool enough to come back and give it another shot. The third member of our Wipeout team, Jill Wagner, is down on the sideline.
All right, guys, let's start the all-star episode of Wipeout. Our first contestant is Super Stu.
Super Stu's bringing it, baby! Woo!
Super Stu. He was a hero of our Wipeout Bowl special, and nice to see he hasn't let himself go.
Yeah, he has really got a grip on himself there, doesn't he?
His belly makes me happy.
Really? It's making me seasick.
Super Stu tossing off his cape and his super swim cap.
Oh, baby! Let's do this!
Believe it or not, the last time Super Stu was here, he made it all the way to the Wipeout Zone.
Oh, well, yeah, it looks like Super Stu's arch enemy is gravity, and they appear to be locked in mortal combat as he makes his way up the stairs.
Yeah, now he has to deal with that second set of fenders.
Oh, Super Stu takes a header into the mud. Maybe he should have gotten rid of that super swimming cap.
Super Stu now at the sucker punch. John, it says here that Super Stu's actually a boxer, so he could be really good at this.
It does? Really?
No, wait, I'm sorry. It says he wears boxers.
Maybe he should have been wearing a girdle. That punch might not have landed. Wow, Super Stu looking a little bit more like So-So Stu.
I can't see anything.
He's coming up to the big balls, and now would be a super time to start using those super powers. Super Stu, no, wait! Oh, he needed the cave. What exactly are his superpowers?
The ability to get jiggly with it.
Super Stu out of the water and laboring mightily.
Did he just put a wheel of cheese in his mouth?
Now stepping onto the trampoline hurdles. Whoa! Staying on his feet, running over this Johnny. Oh, wow! He's at the end. That was spectacular.
A very dignified performance thus far from Super Stu. Let's see how he handles the trapeze swing set.
Oh! Maybe that swing's made of kryptonite.
I think it may have something to do with Stu's arms being made of ham.
And Super Stu posting a very respectable time of 3:47.
Get him! Back Alaska! Woohoo!
Hey, our Alaskan friend Ariel Never Been Kissed Tweedo is back. Jill spoke with her earlier.
Tell me you have been kissed by now.
Yes, and I don't know. I've been missing out for 21 years.
Kissing is fun.
Kissaholic now. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. Dad, I'm kidding.
Well, kidding or not, it is time to get serious with the big balls.
And she actually crossed these last time. Remember with that technique called the seal hop?
Oh!
Ariel using a slightly different technique, the seal flop. Not as effective, really.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Ariel's dad, I think she might have a problem. Hello, my name is Ariel, and I'm a kissaholic.
Ariel now approaching the trampoline hurdles.
Kissaholic Ariel taking it right in the kisses. This kissaholic thing is getting out of hand, John. I think it's time for an intervention.
Might be too late for that. Look, she's already at the end of the hurdles.
That was fun.
Yeah, and even funner to watch.
Funner's not a word, John.
Let's go, Ariel! There's no pole.
No pole this time.
Now, for those of you who don't remember, this is what they're talking about. Ariel had just made it over the big balls and had a tremendous time going when...
Where's the pole?
She couldn't see the 20-foot pole that was directly in front of her.
Yeah, so like they said, no pole this time, but she does need to trapeze herself onto that swing. Oh, and she did it beautifully. Nice.
Let's go, Ariel!
Now, one last jump onto the finish platform.
That's our Ariel.
All right, standing up locks in Ariel's time of 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Dancing proves that rhythm is a gift bestowed upon few.
And speaking of dancing and poles, up next it's our go-go dancer, Jessie Duran.
Whoa, low blow, John. Jessie Duran is a very sweet, very innocent girl.
Yeah, you're right, John. Totally sweet. Really innocent.
Welcome back to Wipeout, Jessie.
Thank you.
Now, I understand that you're working at a library now. Is that right?
What kind of library?
Kind of library that has a 2-drink minimum?
Okay, so she wore a skimpy little bikini when she spoke with Jill. But as you can see, she's all business now. She's just really trimming her budget.
Not wearing these.
Well, the recession affects everyone, John. Now in her work uniform, Jessie Duran will try not to get her clothes dirty. Oh! Yeah, it got dirty, John.
But hey, check it out. We were wrong about her being a librarian. She's actually a plumber.
Hey, John, look ahead on the course. That super weirdo Ben Kronberg, remember him?
Oh, yeah, the guy who fell in love with the big balls, of course.
Yeah, well, Jill had to break some bad news to it.
They're seeing someone else.
Oh,
Big balls are seeing someone else. Are you gonna cry? Don't cry.
John, this is a bit awkward. Imagine seeing 4 exes all at once.
Wait a minute, you've dated 4 women?
All right, here goes the weirdo.
Whoa, and somehow he stays up. Does that mean what I think it means?
We'll see. Weirdo Ben now one last ball.
Oh, he has
Nice.
got this down to a weird science. Unbelievable. Ben Kronberg's so romantic, the balls took him back. But weren't they seeing somebody else?
Actually, John, the big balls have been breaking hearts all day.
And it looks like in the case of Indiana Jones fan Andrew Pagana, attacking hearts. Ow!
Ooh, swell hat.
Not you, it's the big ball.
Oh! I'm just not ready for a ball friend. Animal lover Jessica Bertoni's heart always in the right place.
Yeah, and now it's underwater. You don't complete me.
Oh, breaking face is hard to do. No matter who it is. Oh, just never feels good getting kicked to the curb.
Well, maybe she should try again, but this time with a guy.
How about Carla Guy? John, she's coming up to the spiked fenders.
Oh, no.
She seems a little nervous. Why might that be, do you think?
Well, it could have something to do with the last time she was here.
Oh, right. Well, she better get going soon. This is a timed event.
Okay,
All right, it's about time.
I can't do this one.
What's she doing?
What is going on here, John? Carla Guy is running around the spiked fenders.
Yeah, I don't know where she's going. She's already been disqualified for skipping the first obstacle.
Going for the sucker punch. Or not.
Right?
Let's just see how many obstacles she can avoid on the qualifier.
Wait, now what is she doing? She's going into the water?
Carla showing off her newly acquired talent for avoiding stuff.
Yeah, I believe she learned that from my ex-wife.
So Carla Guy will not be taking home the 50 grand today.
Yeah, but someone will. Come back and see which one of our former losers,
Johnny?
all-stars, God, will take home our grand prize.
Welcome back to a special all-star edition of Wipeout. Of the 24 favorites who began the day, only the top 12 times will move on to the next round.
Our next contestant, ready at the top of the course.
Love Shane Johnson. She was known as the Siren, John.
I wonder why they call her the siren. It's because of that.
Yeah, that's right, Jill. The last time Siren was on the show, it sounded like there was a 5-alarm fire.
Quiet now, heading over to the spiked fenders. There she goes.
Oh, the Siren siren really tooted her own horn there. Thought she could have made it, but guess it was a false alarm.
Wait a minute. Where is she?
There she is. All right, let's see if she can put some money where her mouth is. Or how about some mud where her mouth is?
Up next for the siren is the sucker punch wall. Silence. Oh! She survived that one, though.
Oh, not this time. The sucker punch wall did not like the siren's tone.
The sucker punch aiming right for Shane's hunker.
Yeah, well, maybe it just wanted some peace and quiet.
The siren is out now and headed to the big balls.
She's screaming at the big balls. I don't think they like that. Nope. They don't like that.
You know, I'm starting to think she's gonna scream the whole time. Check it out. Even when her mouth is closed. This girl is really committed. Or maybe she should be committed.
Next up, John, are the trampoline hurdles.
Oh, siren getting punished. She does not appear to be enjoying herself, John.
Certainly not as much as Jill. Oh, really having trouble, John.
Oh, and the siren gets her whistle wet.
The siren out of the water and heading to the trapeze swing set.
Let's go, Shane!
Here, all she has to do is grab that trapeze bar, land on the swing, and then jump to the platform beyond.
Sounds trapezy. And yet Shane made it look trap hard.
Well, because she fell, she'll have to end up on this platform here instead of that one up there.
And with that, Shane locks in a time of 3 minutes, 42 seconds, and I'm gonna have my hearing checked. What's that sound, John? There's an animal in one of our mud pits. Wait a second. That's no animal. It's Keith Biondi, also known as Muddybeard. Remember him, John?
Sure do, and I'd like to say it's comforting to know that some things never change.
What are you talking about? Keith's walking upright now. He's like a live-action version of the evolution of man. Oh, never mind.
But hey, at least he got to rinse the mud out of his beard. That thing was gross.
Whoa, is there another animal on the course?
Yep, and this time it's a cougar. Maria Castro. Jill spoke with her earlier.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the cute young guys of America?
Okay, single guys of America, watch me prowl, watch me growl, and watch me win, baby.
Wow, she is woman, hear her roar. Ooh, sounds like she's coughing up a fur ball.
Now we see the cougar in its natural environment. Shh. Don't make any sudden movements. We'll scare it. Look, very rarely does anyone get to see this animal in its natural environment.
All right, let's jump back on the course where we find Cougar bait, 28-year-old breakdancer Chris Quignon.
Oh, breakdancer showing off some moves. Oh, you know, John, the hardest part about being a professional breakdancer, telling your dad.
Chris has the dubious distinction of not making it to the wipeout zone because he was showboating with his breakdancing moves.
You're a moron.
Yeah, see, what you don't know about b-boying, John, is that it's more about flair and panache.
Oh, wow! That was outstanding. Did you see that?
Unbelievable. Big Balls 2 Electric Boogaloo. That had flair and panache. Speaking of dancers, is that Baryshnikov at the top of the course?
No, that's Schwarzenegger fan, Roto Pagash.
You sure he's not a dancer?
Positive. Jill got his story.
Okay, guys, I'm down here with Roto Pagash. Welcome back to Wipeout.
Glad to be back.
You got a second chance. What are you gonna do differently?
I think I'm just gonna try to terminate everything.
Well, let me just say I'm glad my name is John Henson and not John Connor.
Roto the Terminator coming up on our spiked fenders.
Oh, it's Roto that gets terminated. But now it's time for T2. That's try to on the spiked fenders. Let's see how he does. Wait a second. Where'd he go, John?
So I guess for now the fenders say hasta la vista to Roto.
John, they said goodbye to a lot of people today.
Au revoir. Here's self-described spaz Brian Syed.
Oh, he's gonna have some back spasms after that. Ooh, peace out.
Hey, it's one-word model Dana Jameson, who said, one word at a time. Still does.
And here comes father of three, Robert Puttegg Davis. Ooh, Puttegg goes over easy and lands hard.
William Hill is back. You remember, John, he's a karate expert. Hey, Joe found out about some of his other interests earlier.
You know karate,
Yes.
but you're also a big Star Wars fan, right?
Yes, I am a big Star Wars fan.
Young Jedi, you must learn the ways of the Force. Chewbacca is very good.
It's just like Captain Kirk. Wow.
All right. Here comes our Jedi heading to the trapeze swing set. Johnny's hesitating. What's he doing?
He's channeling the teachings of his masters, John. Yoda, Chewbacca, Mr. Spock. I guess you can add Tarzan to that list of masters.
And with a time of 3 minutes 53 seconds, we will see a return of the Jedi in round 2.
All right, way to go, William. So what was Yoda saying to you all through the course?
Do not quit, young Jedi, or I will kick your butt.
Dork.
Joining him in the next round, we have Super Stu Yasutaki, Keith Muddy Beard Biondi, Robert Puttegg Davis, Ariel, our Kissaholic Tweedo, Shane the Siren Johnson, Roto, the Terminator Pagosh, and the Weirdo, Ben Kronberg.
All right, there's your look at the leaderboard, but we clear the scores at the end of each round, so the All-Stars will be starting each new event with a clean slate.
Welcome back to a special edition of Wipeout. Some of our favorite contestants are back for another shot at our new course and our cash prize. Johnny.
Oh, these aren't just everyday contestants, John. Remember, they're all-stars. Tell them who's still with us.
We have fan favorite Ariel Kissaholic Tweedo, the spaz Brian Syaz, also the Terminator Roto Pagosh, one-word model Dana Jameson, William the Jedi Hill, breakdancer Chris Quignon, and of course, Super Stu Yasutaki.
You heard them, man. They're all pro people. And we're about to reacquaint them with an old friend who's had a bit of a makeover since last time they saw each other.
The gyro sweeper.
Oh, yeah. Tell them how it works, sister.
Contestants will stand on 10-foot-high pedestals as the sweeper moves in a circular motion.
But once I pull the magic lever, the gyro arm at the end of the sweeper will begin to rotate as well. Contestants will have to time whether to duck or jump over the gyro arm, which sounds really hard.
But it gets harder. They're also going to be wearing sacks.
Oh, now it sounds even harder.
All right, let's see if we can teach these all-stars some new tricks. And the sweeper is underway.
Is this a joke?
Whoa, 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 John, our all-stars aren't ready yet. I think they're having a little trouble here.
This is hard.
Sack up. You've been here before.
I can't get in my thingy.
Close your eyes for a second. It's scary.
No, I got enough scary without agitating it.
The sacks are going to make it interesting, but I'm still expecting great things from our all-stars.
You mean great wipeouts?
Right.
Oh, Super Stu's up.
Super Stu's ready. I guess we're all ready then, right?
Oh! I almost took a header.
All right, they seem ready enough to me. Let's get this show going.
Hold on. Not quite ready yet.
Look, I got these two cameras right here. Just checking out the side view.
Indeed. Super Stu, you are an inspiration to full-figured models everywhere.
How's that? It's good stuff, huh? Good stuff.
So good, I'm gonna cancel my subscription to Chubby Fellas Quarterly.
All right, John, fire up the gyro sweeper.
With pleasure. Now, this could take a while, John. These are seasoned vets, the best of the best. They're like Wipeout warriors.
I can't jump. I can't jump.
That kind of negative attitude is going to lead to that. Ouch.
Animal lover Jessica Bertoni doesn't even make it past one rotation.
So that leaves 11 contestants standing.
Shane the Siren Johnson announcing an air raid.
Oh, Super Stu gets blitzed.
All super things must come to an end, my friend. These sacks make it hard, John.
Yeah, even B-boy Chris Quignon's mad crazy dance skills are being stifled by the sack. This gyro sweeper sure isn't messing around, but it keeps going around.
Oh, one-word model Dana fall. John, I blame you for that one. You confuse her with your multisyllabic words and your complete sentences.
Roto, the Terminator, gosh, holds on.
I don't think our primitive technology is strong enough to stop a machine from the future.
Puttig took a hit there, scrambling to hold on.
Oh, and Shane the Siren Johnson is mercifully silenced.
We are down to 8 contestants. We need only 2 more to fall before we have our final 6 that move on.
Ooh, Brian, our spaz gets tripped up along with Moneybeard Keith Biondi.
Nice effort.
They're both struggling to hold on, but the sweeper keeps moving. Still need 2 contestants to drop before we're at our final 6.
Weirdo Ben gets whacked along with the spaz and Keith. Whoa, even William Hill, our Jedi, gets knocked out.
Wow, what happened?
You just witnessed the awesome power of the gyro sweeper. That's what happened, Chris.
Super weird Ben bounces off the platform and is the 5th person to fall in. And since Spaz hits the water just before Keith, he and his purple jumper are headed home. While Muddybeard's moving on, along with Jedi William Hill. Check out William's move. Obi-Wan, eat your heart out, huh? So we've entered our $1,000 bonus round with only 4 contestants left.
Oh, and the sweeper kisses Ariel goodbye.
She gets a big smack from the sweeper arm and the pedestal.
She really just can't help herself, John. It's a disease.
So we have 3 guys left in the running for the $1,000 bonus.
I'm not jumping. Come on,
Our
man.
Terminator Roto,
Come on, boy.
Puttig, and breakdancer Chris Quignon. They all seem to be taking a beating from the gyrating arm.
But it's the Terminator who gets terminated.
Show me that again, Johnny.
The sweeper arm uses the Terminator as scrap metal. I know now why you cry.
Me and you, big dog. First to you, first to you, first to you.
So it's down to Robert Puttig Davis and B-boy Chris Quignon up for the $1,000 bonus.
It's all you, dog.
Word.
Man, what a wipeout.
Tremendous.
The sweeper arm does a little breaking of its own. Check that out.
Yeah, the sweeper is extra brutal for these all-stars today. Robert Puttig Davis, $1,000 richer.
High five! He'll be moving along with B-boy Chris Quignon, the Terminator Roto Pagash, Ariel used to never been kissed but is now a kissaholic Tweedo, William the Jedi Hill, and Muddybeard Keith Biondi.
We are back on a special all-star edition of Wipeout.
Howdy!
Aren't you from Connecticut?
Yeah, southern Connecticut, John, you know, cattle country.
Well, Pards, we've cut the field from 12 contestants to 6, and here they are. Muddybeard Keith Biondi, the Terminator Roto Pagash, breakdancer Chris Quignon, Ariel the Kissaholic Tweedo, Robert Puttig Davis, and the Jedi William Hill.
Now, by the end of this round, 2 of those contestants will have bought the farm thanks to the Bucking Bull.
Here's how it works. Our 6 all-stars will mount up and see who can stay on this mechanical bull the longest. Here's the rub. It's 15 feet in the air and on the end of a swinging arm. And the longer you ride it, the faster it spins and the harder it bucks.
And to get their blood boiling, we hung red capes, you know, because mechanical bulls hate the color red.
Because it's his 2nd time on national TV, Bull brought along his parents.
Oh, look at my boy. He's on the TV.
They must be so proud, John.
The 4 all-stars that stay on the bull the longest will be headed to the wipeout zone.
This is gonna be a bucking good time. Let's get right down to the first little doggy. Yeehaw! Well, more of a big, hairy sheepdoggy. But it's Moneybeard Keith Biondi.
There's the horde, and our bull's a bucking and the hares a flying.
Rolling it out. Flew right off the top of his head. Luckily, the rest of Keith's body is a well-stocked hair reserve.
Not even 10 seconds in, and Muddybeard's already fighting it.
Our bucking bull must be trying to impress his mama.
Mama didn't let her baby grow up to be nice to cowboys.
Those red curtains are just tormenting Keith, John. Tickling the peach fuzz on his bald spot, coarse hair hanging from his nose.
Oh, Muddybeard gets thrashed, and he's down, John, at the 40-second mark.
Muddybeard rode hard, but was put up wet.
Next up to ride the bull is Kissaholic Ariel Tweedo. She's down with Jill.
Last time you made it all the way to the wipeout zone. Tell me you're gonna do it again this time.
Oh, it's in the bag. In the bag.
All right, in the bag. Just like a big old burger and fries. Oh, sorry.
That sound means it's bucking time.
Woo, scary.
Wait till that bull gets hopping, Ariel. You might be kissing your wipeout chances goodbye.
Get off.
Well, she can definitely kiss her hat goodbye.
Whoa, now she's kissing the back of the bull's head. Hard.
Oh, God, there's...
Kissaholic, maybe, but not a kissing expert. You're not supposed to chip your teeth going to first base.
Oh, and the final kiss-off comes at the 58-second mark.
What a fall.
Ariel found out the hard way that the bull doesn't kiss on the first date. Incidentally, he also doesn't hold doors open or pick up the check.
Well, he was raised in a barn, John.
Up next is breakdancer Chris Quignon. He's been here before John and lost his spot in the wipeout zone, so he'll need to stay on that bull for 58 seconds if he wants to lock in his spot this time. Wow, that bull's spinning like it's doing the windmill on a piece of cardboard. Kind of makes me want to beatbox.
Wow, he's hanging on.
That is the idea, Jill. And in about 10 more seconds, he'll advance to the wipeout zone.
I spoke too soon.
So did I.
Oh, and another tough break dance for Chris Quignon. He's off at 47 seconds.
Well, that time's good enough to beat Keith Biondi, but both he and Chris now have to wait out 3 more contestants. However, it does move Ariel Tweedo into our wipeout zone.
And looking to join her is this man. It's Roto Pagash. He looks a little anxious up there, John. It'll start in a second, Roto. Keep your shirt on.
Okay, guys, let's do this. Come on. Yeah, man. Let's do it.
Or don't.
Roto. All right there, buddy. Yeehaw.
Look, he's turning away. This must be very difficult for a father to watch.
Yeah, why do I get the feeling that's not the first time he's torn off his T-shirt to show a crowd his chiseled, hairless chest?
Come on, babe. We're gonna make it to wipeout zone.
Well, to clinch a spot in the zone, he'll need to beat 47 seconds. Anything less, and our Terminator is going to be on the bubble.
I think he can do it, John. He is one grade A hunk of prime beef. Pardon me, ma'am.
All right, John, just a few more seconds, and Roto will advance to the wipeout zone. He's got it.
Oh! No, he doesn't.
Oh.
He missed it by 1 second. Looks like in the battle of machine versus machine, the machine won.
Looking at the leaderboard, Chris Quignon earns a spot in the wipeout zone. Roto and Keith Biondi now both on the bubble. And next up, Jedi William Hill.
Okay, William, you didn't make it this far last time. What are you going to do differently to make it all the way to the wipeout zone?
Oh, please don't do another Yoda impression.
It is difficult to know. Uncertain about the future. It is.
Zork.
Yeah, I'd like to use the Force to make sure he doesn't do that again.
Well, John, if our Jedi can stay on the ball for more than 46 seconds, you're going to get another dose of Yoda in the wipeout zone. So we're rooting for or against William?
I'm torn. Oh, look at this! What does it mean if he falls off in 11 seconds, John?
Wow, that means the rise of the machine Roto punched his ticket into the wipeout zone.
Whoa, yes, baby! 50 G's is sailing away!
I'll be back in a wipeout zone.
Yep, Roto will be there, but still on the bubble is Keith Muddybeard Biondi.
Nobody puts Biondi on the bubble.
Well, looking to burst that bubble is our last contender, this man right here. It's Putt Egg.
Come on, bull. Do what you gonna do, man.
What you need to do is beat Muddybeard's time of 40 seconds to get to the wipeout zone.
Oh, the steaks and eggs couldn't be higher.
You're all class, Hoss.
Putt Egg getting spun around like a chicken with his head cut off.
He's 30 seconds in, just 10 more seconds left on the egg timer. This is where it gets really difficult. 5 more seconds and Putt Egg's got it. I don't know if he's gonna hold on here. He's off and in the water.
Wow, Putt Egg with a time of 41 seconds inches Muddybeard out of the wipeout zone by 1 single second.
So here's a look at your final 4 All-Stars. Ariel, Kissaholic Tweedo, Chris, Breakdancer Quignon, Roto, the Terminator Pagash, and Robert, Putt Egg Davis. Welcome back to our All-Star edition of Wipeout, where, Johnny, personally, I think the Wipeouts have been the All-Stars.
True that, but now it's big time. $50,000 on the line, and one more obstacle must be conquered. The Wipeout Zone.
Wipeout Zone made up of several stages, and it works like this. Contestants rocket into the zone using our catapult.
Then it's a short swim over to the Gears of Doom. 3 spinning gears, contestants must navigate their way across. If not timed perfectly, they send you straight back into the ice-cold water below.
Then it's on to the scary go-round. The object here, jump onto the rotating spinning platform, then make your way to one of those 2 stairways without getting clobbered by the spinning arm. Once on top, they have to make it past these 2 wrecking balls to the finished platform where they'll face down the gauntlet.
The gauntlet is comprised of the piston punch, then the bumper turntables, and finally, you have to cross the treacherous drop bridge to the finish platform.
4 All-Stars remain, and the fastest time will pocket the 50 grand. Our first All-Star of the night is breakdancer Chris Quignon. Let's review how he got to the zone. Chris used some of his best moves on the qualifier. He danced his way through the sweeper, posted the second best time of the day on the bucking bull, thus granting him one of the coveted spots in the Wipeout zone.
All right, time for the big show.
Shout out to all my friends, Bay Area, B-boys, everything.
Chris Quignon giving a shout out to all the B-boys. See if he's got the right moves here tonight.
Whoa, and he gives a shout out as he has launched into the zone. Look at that replay, rocketed 30 feet into the air.
And immediately onto the gears of doom. It's so difficult. If a contestant wipes out here, they have the option of trying again, or they can move on to the next obstacle and just take a time penalty. Onto that second gear. Oh!
Well, back onto the first. Here he is in the water. Take a look at that replay, John. An ill-timed attempt by Chris, our breakdancer.
Chris Quignon not taking the time penalty. He's going for a second attempt, getting ready to bust a move. Oh! Bust a jaw!
Wow! Chris Quignon trying to invent a new move right there. I think it's called a headless horseman.
That was a wicked hard shot, Johnny. He's going to move on and take that time penalty, but, you know, I think the wipeout was penalty enough. Over to the next obstacle, the scary go-round. This calls for a daring and well-timed dash. And this breakdancer knows his timing. Figures it out in the first try. He is onto the platform.
All right, Chris making a go for it. He's got to watch out for the blue wrecking balls, and he makes it.
Yeah!
He now faces down the gauntlet. First up, the piston punch.
Ah! Chris Quignon getting pumped up there, John.
Ooh, and the pistons fire back. Look at your replay here. Good night, and good luck on your next try, Chris.
He's on to the piston punch again for the second time, but already made his way to the bumper turntable, now facing the final stage of the Wipeout zone.
The Wipeout zone will end with the drop bridge. The bridge can fall out from under you anytime. Whoa!
Can't hold on, dropping into the water below. Chris Quignon showing us another move, the drop and flop. I guess you can add that to his growing repertoire here in the zone.
And he'll try the trio of the gauntlet obstacles for a third time. Onto the bumper turntable. And quickly back for a rematch with the drop bridge.
Holla! Chris letting out another battle cry, trying to pump himself up the way he used to pump up his sneakers.
Quignon slowly making his way to the top. Oh, my God. And he is setting the time to be 8 minutes and 2 seconds. But will that time stand up to 3 more challenges? The first one coming from this man, Robert Putt Egg Davis.
Now, this is Putt Egg's second trip to the Wipeout zone, and he is hoping to leave with the 50 grand this time.
Get in this rocket launcher.
Let's take a look at how he got here.
Robert Putt Egg Davis took the qualifier over easy, got scrambled on the sweeper, but still took home the $1,000 bonus, and he managed to beat the bull with a second to spare to secure the 4th and final spot in the Wipeout zone.
Will father of 3, Robert Putt Egg Davis, be singing a redemption song tonight, or will history repeat itself? Chris Quignon would like to think it will. There's the buzzer, and Putt Egg is launched into the Wipeout zone. Wow!
Good night! Just slammed into the Wipeout zone water, John.
Oh, yeah, he nearly shattered his shell there, Johnny.
He is up nonetheless and moving cautiously forward, perhaps still trying to shake off that initial hit, but now charging, holding onto that second gear. The third. Oh.
Yeah, he can't pull it off, and into the water he goes. Putt Egg getting poached in the zone. Taking a second stab at the gears of doom now. Seems like he's taking his time. I think maybe he's just trying to catch his breath here. All right, making a run for it. Oh, wow!
And after that, he will move on and take the time penalty. Now facing down the scary go-round, approaching the 5-minute mark. Chris Quignon, a most interested spectator.
Now remember, there are only 2 points of entry to get to the top of the platform, making timing even more critical on this obstacle.
And Putt Egg going to time it completely wrong, and he is into the water.
I got one word for you, Johnny. Timber!
Yeah. Taking a cue from Humpty Dumpty here. His run is falling apart, and quite frankly, John, I don't know who can put him back together again.
He's made it back onto the platform, but the clock is winding down now, just over 10 seconds left. I think he's playing for pride at this point, John.
Trying to at least get past the scary go-round. Oh, shelled one last time.
Wrecking ball stop him this time. And there it is. A noble effort indeed, but Hot Egg has been cooked.
Welcome back. We are in the second half of the Wipeout Zone. John, that means we got 2 down and 2 to go. The current leader is breakdancer Chris Quignon. All right, let's go to the leaderboard where we see we have Ariel, Kissaholic, Tweedo. But first, we'll see this man, Roto, the Terminator Pagash. Check out his rise to the zone.
Roto, the Terminator Pagash, eliminated the competition by claiming the best time in the qualifiers. He felt the red heat from the sweeper, and after shedding a few unnecessary trappings, he tethered the bucking bull and made it all the way to the Wipeout Zone.
Yes, baby!
Time to beat 8:02, set by Chris Quignon. But remember, John, the future's not set. There is no fate but what we make, and he is set to catapult into the zone right now.
Catapult straining to launch our massive Terminator into the icy water.
Yeah, watch again. Good hang time and a near perfect entry into the Wipeout Zone. He is already onto the gears of doom. 30 seconds have ticked off the clock. That is a very quick pace.
Yeah, onto the second gear already. This man is moving very quickly. Onto the third gear. Will he make it? Yes!
Well, John, this guy's a machine.
Ooh, he sure is. And he's made it to the scary go-round with the fastest time so far today. Oh!
Ah, there's a setback. He goes straight into the obstacle and then straight into the water.
Yeah, take another look at the replay. As I said earlier, there are only 2 stairways up to the center of the platform. If that weren't the case tonight, Roto would have made it.
Now he's taking his time, scanning the obstacle, trying to measure his next attempt.
He's making his move.
Clearly that was not it, John.
Yeah, for some reason he jumped right into the swing arm instead of the platform. Maybe his software needs updating.
Either way, he's going to have to try the scary go-round for a 3rd time. Roto started out very strong, but now only has 3 minutes to complete the rest of the course. He is up, and he has made it this time. He is onto the top of the scary go-round, and now inching his way out to the end.
Got to pick the right moment to jump. Will he do it? Can he conquer this obstacle the way he's conquered the human race?
No! Fails to do it, and it is getting to be judgment time.
Yeah, he's really got to move faster, John. He needs to tap into all his Terminator skills if he wants to pull off this one.
He's making another move. And this time he finds the entrance. And he is up on the obstacle, and he's at the top. 30 seconds left on the clock.
And he makes the jump. Onto the gauntlet now. Chris Quignon watching nervously from the sideline.
18 seconds left. Now you just got to cut loose and go for it if you want to take home that 50 grand, Roto.
Onto the piston punch, but looking nervous, stepping tentatively.
Oh, taken out by the piston punch. The clock will run out. Chris Quignon's time of 8:02 still stands, and it all boils down to this. Our final contestant, Ariel Tweedo. She made it to the Wipeout Zone last time, but didn't go home a winner. Let's see how she returned here today.
Ariel used to never been kissed, but is now a kissaholic. Tweedo got reacquainted with her old friend, the qualifier. She also used her famous seal hop technique on the sweeper and rode her way into the Wipeout Zone on the bucking bull.
Ariel Kissaholic Tweedo, ready to take her best Wipeout Zone shot.
And she even manages to look adorable in the face of danger, John. Chris Quignon waiting for the final verdict, and here we go. Whoa! And there's the launch, and she will fly far into the Wipeout Zone with a picture-perfect entry, John.
Great height, great distance, great entry, complete with legs crossed. A perfect lady.
Now making her way up to the gears of doom.
Here we go again.
That's right, Ariel Tweedo, second time here in the Wipeout Zone. Can she find redemption? Oh, into the water she goes.
And she immediately decides to take the time penalty. Perhaps a wise strategy. She didn't look like she had things dialed in here on the gears of doom. On to the scary go-round, the obstacle that gave Roto and Puteg all those problems.
Ariel is one tough chick.
Yeah, she totally is.
Indeed, Ariel, a tough and fierce competitor. Let's see how she holds up at the scary go-round.
A seal hop of sorts there onto the platform, starting to get up. No, get out of the way! Oh, hard hit to the midsection. Even Chris and Jill knocked back a bit by that.
Yeah, the scary go-round, giving Ariel the kiss-off big time.
But she will try it again. Ariel Tweedo, the only female to make it to the wipeout zone. This young lady, she has the perseverance to tackle any obstacle.
Making it to the top of the scary go-round now. One jump away from completing the obstacle. And she made it.
There you go. And now she faces the gauntlet. Definitely enough time on the clock to pull this off.
Yeah, and these are clearly anxious moments for Chris Quignon.
Making her way through the piston punch.
Just by a piston jump. Talk about hitting on her hard.
Wow, Johnny, it sends her swimming. Now less than 30 seconds on the clock. She can do it, but she's got to be perfect. She's got to be flawless. She's got to be fast.
The end is in sight now. 20 seconds left, and she is onto the drop bridge.
She's got to move faster. She wants the $50,000 prize. Just a few feet from victory.
Oh, and it drops, but she manages to hold on. 7 seconds left. Can she make it? She makes the jump, and she has to pull herself up.
Come on, leg!
So close. A stride away from glory.
Oh, my
You
God.
won $50,000. You won Wipeout.
No way.
Yes way.
Ariel not taking home the prize for your all-star champion for the night, Chris Quignon. He was the one with the right move.
That's going to do it for us, but be sure to tune in next week for a bunch of new contestants, a whole lot of new obstacles, and, of course, a bunch of new wipeouts. Until then, America, I'm John Anderson.
And for our colleague, Joe Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big balls.
The stage is set.
I'm here to win!
24 ordinary men and women are about to go head-to-head with the most extraordinary obstacle course ever assembled. Those brave enough must be prepared to endure breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and catastrophic falls. Only the swiftest and fastest four will move on and compete in our final obstacle course, the biggest of them all, the Wipeout Zone, the final step in the journey to $50,000. The epic competition begins now to see who will emerge victorious and who will wipe out.
You guys gotta be kidding me!
Hello, America, and welcome to Wipeout. I'm John Anderson, here alongside my colleague and three-time Emmy Awards seat filler, John Henson.
Well, you know, John, it's just an honor not to be nominated.
Johnny, today 24 regular guys and gals must take on the biggest, craziest obstacle course ever assembled.
That's right, and the one left standing at the end of the day will walk away $50,000 richer.
But before they can get their digits on that kind of dough, our contestants will have to conquer the Wipeout Qualifier, which this week is made up of the Bally Go-Round.
Ooh, that doesn't look street legal.
The Sucker Punch.
Glove hurts, Johnny.
The Big Balls, plus our motivator.
Love it.
Then it's the Hurdles.
Those will press your luck. No whammies.
And then we move on to our final obstacle, the Swinging Cereal Killer, a swing set filled with milk and cereal. We're going to start with 24 competitors, and the top 12 times in the qualifier will move on to the next round. Our first runner of the day is ready at the top of the course, 21-year-old kindergarten teacher Kate Ilfeld. Earlier, she took a timeout with Jill.
Are you excited to be here? Big fan of the show?
Oh my goodness, you have no idea. The big red balls are like my dream.
You have a crush on the big red balls, don't you?
Ever since the first episode, I've just been like, Dad, I'm gonna jump on the big red balls one day.
And disowned. Our kindergarten teacher is on her way to the Bally Go-Round, where she'll have to ride these spinning balls to get from platform to platform.
She's doing great.
Wow, she's making it look like child's play. Oh! Into the water. Uh-oh. I hope she brought an extra pair of pants.
Kate makes her way out of the next obstacle. It's our old friend, the sucker punch.
Oh, sucker punch, playing patty cake.
But it's delicious and nutritious.
Yeah, mud's okay, but I prefer paste.
Now kindergarten Kate's about to fulfill that dream of hers. It's her play date with the big balls.
Oh, no! Kindergarten Kate hits her head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Knees and toes. Now kindergarten Kate has to make it across the hurdles. Oh, no!
The hurdles giving Kate backsies and frontsies.
Now Kate has to face our final obstacle, the swinging serial killer. She'll have to jump from swing to swing, land on the platform, but if she wipes out, then it's a cold swim to this finishing spot. He's into that milk. Looks pretty delicious, huh, Jill? Kindergarten Kate still needs to balance that breakfast by jumping into the cereal.
She's on.
Looks like kindergarten Kate's made it through the roughest part. Now she just has to jump to the platform, which isn't even moving, so this should just...
Oh! A is for apple and J is for Jack.
So despite wiping out on every obstacle, kindergarten Kate comes in with a time of 4 minutes, 38 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
Have yourself some graham crackers, Kate. You've earned it. Now in the house and under a passing shower is realtor Nicole Holland.
Let's see how she does on our bally go round.
Nicole relocates to the first ball with ease and quickly flips the first property and lands on the platform.
Nice job. Here she goes on our second set. Oh, that's gonna be a fixer-upper.
Well, John, you know the 3 keys to real estate. Dislocation, dislocation, dislocation.
Well said, Johnny, and you know lots of people are getting dislocated by our bally go round. Almost.
Not quite.
Oh, and these people are not timing it well at all.
Okay, not so bad. Okay, wait a minute. Maybe bad.
Yikes. So close. So wet. Now approaching the big balls is self-proclaimed klutz Natalie Michelli.
Klutz? Don't be so hard on yourself, Natalie.
No! It's your own fault, John. Say klutz, be klutz.
It's the secret. If you believe it, it will manifest.
Now trying to manifest some divine intervention over at the hurdles is this faithful fellow.
Earlier, he gave Jill the sermon, the story.
I'm down here with Craig Hamilton. Craig, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
What is your profession?
I'm a pastor.
You're a pastor. Okay, can you give me a little wipeout prayer? Put your hand on my shoulder.
Dear Heavenly Father, I just ask, Lord, that you just be with all the contestants today and that we have a great time, Father God. And Lord, we just thank you so much for providing a place where we could wipe out.
Amen and hallelujah.
Testify!
The hurdles are getting to know Craig in the biblical sense.
Can I get an ouch from the congregation? Oh, no! The pastor keeps going. He's keeping the faith. Good Lord. And Craig, our pastor, finally makes his exodus from the hurdles.
This obstacle giving plenty of contestants their last rites today.
Oh, that hurt. That looked like it hurt, too.
Oh, now that one I know hurt.
Johnny, that's why we call them the hurdles.
I still think we should have gone with the gigglers.
You know, couldn't have avoided that better myself. Next victim, please.
All right, what's this guy's story?
This is Tyler Rowley. Jill spoke with him earlier.
Tyler, tell me what you do.
I'm a tombstone salesman.
What?
You know what? I love graveyards. People are dying to get in there.
Don't joke, Jill. This is creepy. And what is that on his face? I think it's the mark of the undead.
Relax. It just says milkman on his eye black. Calls himself that to encourage his little boy to drink more milk.
Oh, well, that's not creepy at all. Let's call him the milkman, then. You know, John, they used to call my dad the milkman. I never had a chance to ask him why.
Into the milk. Oh, just flying off the shelves, trying to finish before his expiration date. And with that final leap, the milkman finishes with a time of 1 minute, 46 seconds, fastest of the day.
The milkman made that look easy. Kind of thought he'd milk it.
Now approaching the big balls is Brittany Coffin.
Did you say coffin?
Don't worry, Coffin is just her last name, John. She's an anatomy teacher.
Hey, now.
No, she's up. Oh, she's down.
Take a look at the replay. Our anatomy teacher's hip bone is no longer connected to her thigh bone.
While Brittany calls in sick, we go back to the top of the course. We're backing that thing up as 19-year-old Stephanie Garcia. Earlier, Jill got served with what really moves Stephanie.
You're obsessed with some sort of a form of dancing. What is that?
Reggaeton dancing.
Reggaeton dancing?
Reggaeton dancing. Hey, when you dance really, really close to the other person like that. You just woo!
Nice moves. You know, that's actually how I put myself through college.
Really?
Well, junior college.
Let's see if Stephanie uses her dancer's balance and timing to go through our ball-go round.
Whoa! Nope.
Hace frío, hace frío.
That's Spanish for what a joyful experience. I must tell my friends of my day's many delights.
Actually, I think she just said it's cold, John. Now Stephanie's on to the sucker punch.
Let's see que pasa. Oh, Stephanie takes one right to the cerveza, which means head, right?
Sure. Now heading over to the swinging serial killer is personal trainer Nikki Nicholas.
Trainers have such an advantage on our course, John. They're physically fit, total command of their bodies.
He's watching, waiting for the exact right moment to move.
Yes, timing is key. Also key, forward motion.
Now what am I supposed to do? Jump.
She's demonstrating the most basic form of cardio, John, mouth breathing.
Oh, look, John, deer.
Yeah, they've probably been coaxed out of the woods by the sound of no one jumping. All right, while Nikki continues to line it up, we're gonna take a break.
And when we come back,
I really thought she was gonna wait until after the break. Sorry, America.
hello and welcome back to Wipeout.
The show Peter Travers of Rolling Stone called an explosive thrill ride that'll leave you breathless.
Really? He said that about our show?
No, he didn't say that at all. I made that up, sorry.
He should have. Well, on this show, Johnny, 24 contestants start the qualifier, but only 12 move on to the next round.
That's right. I've seen this show. The person standing at the end wins $50,000, right? It's awesome.
It is. Let's get right to our next contestant who looks ready to start the course.
All right.
49-year-old Donovan Collier. Jill stood toe-to-toe with him earlier.
Okay, so now you are a former boxer, right? Okay, and I heard you're a bit of a ladies' man.
That's all I need to say.
Okay, come out fighting. Come out moving. Come out of the coma.
Here comes round one, the ball-go round. Ding, ding.
Whoa, watch the language there, pal. We want a clean fight.
Now he has to take on our second set of balls. The thing about the obstacle, John, timing is key.
Go again.
Some would say he's lost a step. I'm not buying it.
I agree. Oh, look at those razor-sharp reflexes. I don't know why he retired.
Well, now he's in his element, facing the sucker punch. Round two.
He's bobbing. He's weaving. His weave is bobbing. John, this might go the distance. Oh! The distance to the mud pit.
He's no Muhammad Ali, John.
He's no Layla Ali.
The sucker punch didn't spar our boxer. What kind of fight will he put up against the big balls?
Now with extra motivating goodness. Here he goes. Oh! Looks like he took a dive, John. He wanted nothing to do with our motivator.
As you can see in our super slow-mo, he just got knocked senseless. A falling 8 count for iron deficient Mike. Now onto the hurdle. Look at that strategy, John. Floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee.
Which is a seriously dangerous insect hybrid to contend with, John. Oh!
And it works.
Oh, God.
Donovan makes it across, but not exactly unscathed. We're going to call this one a split decision. Now our former boxer faces the final contender, the swinging serial killer. Oh, now that is a milquetoast fighter.
Ooh, just barely makes it under the serial swing.
And that final leap.
Oh, man, our boxer KOs the final obstacle with a final time of 9 minutes, 15 seconds.
Nice work, Tomato Can.
Oh, Lord.
John, sounds like somebody's in trouble.
Oh, that singer-songwriter Caitlin Benton over at the hurdles. I'm told she wrote a song for us.
Goodbye, John's from Wipeout. Goodbye, John's from Wipeout.
What I don't understand is why she's saying goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, well, in hindsight, it makes a lot more sense.
I can't swim very well.
I'm sorry, did she just say, I can't sing very well?
Swim, John.
Oh.
Now let's go back to the top of the course.
Wipeout ain't got nothing on me!
Wow, who's this guy?
This is Mark Jones, Johnny. He's a manager at a fast food restaurant. All right, let's see if the fry guy has it his way on the ball-go round.
Hey, good job, Fry Guy.
Safely on that first ball. Wow, John. Made it to the first platform, too. Holding on tight.
Well, he don't want to get battered. Order up. Oh, that's the Fry Guy's worst dropout since high school.
Let's go back to the sucker punch where... Oh, my gosh, what's going on with that guy?
I think his nails are wet.
This is father of 4 and a proud stay-at-home dad, Shane Butler.
So you're Mr. Mom.
I'm Mr. Mom. I'm the guy that takes the kids to school, makes their lunch, makes them breakfast, change stinky diapers, the whole bit. It's crazy. It's wild.
Wild, Jill. His Tupperware parties are the stuff of legend.
1, 2... Oh, gosh!
Shane, I think your kids are gonna love that one.
I know 2 kids that love it. Let's see that again. I can do a backflip on a 10-foot-high rubber ball. Can you, Mr. Fancy, work outside the home, Dad?
One more look. Best dad ever.
Amen. You know, after seeing that, Johnny, I just want one thing.
What's that, John?
More big balls.
You're in luck, sister. We got it.
Oh! Whoopsie-daisy. Oh, my!
Maybe our oldest contestant of the day, Special Forces Operative Lonnie Stewart, can conquer the balls.
Almost? Oh, incoming! Boy, if there were just a way we could make the big balls a little bit harder. Oh, I know. How about a 2-ton motivator?
Oh, look at this. She avoids the motivator. Now's a second chance to get across the big balls. Here she goes. Never mind.
Who's that shrinking violet up there, John?
It's our last contestant of the qualifier, John. Daniel Bagby. Confident girl.
I'm gonna win the money for sure.
Now, what makes you think that?
I'm from Texas and we're very strong and we do not give up.
You know what they say about Texas, right?
Do not mess with Texas. Absolutely.
All right, get along, little doggy. Let's see how she handles a do-si-do with a bally-go-round.
Looks like she missed the trailhead there, John.
Well, she thinks if she stays on for 8 seconds, she wins a belt buckle.
Not the rodeo, John. Goal here, not to stay on. Why won't she jump?
I don't know, maybe the balls confuse her. Here, let me help her out. See? Much better.
She made it. She's the only one today, John.
Don't mess with Texas, indeed.
Danielle now onto the sucker punch.
Ooh, hoedown. You remember the Alamo, but she forgot to duck.
Coming up for the big balls now and looking like a Tex mess.
Can't get any better.
At least not without barbecue sauce.
John, she's hesitating.
Here comes the motivator. It's happening. It's happening. We're messing with Texas. We just messed with Texas.
Oh, it almost helped her.
I know it helped us. In fact, we want another helping.
Houston, we have liftoff.
Now Danielle two-stepping her way to the hurdles.
Ride 'em, cowgirl. The hurdles, John, they're the cattle prod of the qualifier.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that Bronco buck. It's like the world's worst line dance.
One more obstacle to go.
The swinging serial killer.
Thank you, rodeo clown. She's in it. She's watching.
Oh!
She can't stick the landing. She was so close. Well, she might be a little soggy. But with a time of 3 minutes, 54 seconds, don't mess with Texas. We'll definitely be moving on to the next round.
But Danielle won't be the lone star moving on. We've also got singer-songwriter Caitlin Benton, Mr. Mom Shane Butler, and Fry Guy Mark Jones.
Also advancing, Special Forces Op Lonnie Stewart, Kindergarten Kate Ilfeld, Pastor Craig Hamilton, and Milkman Tyler Rowley. Hello again, and welcome back to Wipeout, where the hits just keep on coming and coming and coming.
After our qualifying round, we've cut the field down to 12, and those brave and slightly bruised souls include Kindergarten Kate Ilfeld, Special Forces Op Lonnie Stewart, Fry Guy Mark Jones, and Anatomy teacher Brittany Coffin.
We also have Pastor Craig Hamilton, Mr. Mom Shane Butler, and my new favorite singer-songwriter, Caitlin Benton.
Time to trim the field down now from 12 to 6 with our very own special set of clippers. The sweeper. This week, it's the crushing, gyrating sweeper, John. It crushes, it gyrates, it sweeps, all for one low, low price.
Contestants will stand on 10-foot-high pedestals as 2 arms swing around in a sweeping motion. They'll have to avoid the arms lest they get, smacked into the water below. But look out, because that bottom arm will begin to gyrate in a circular motion as well. Contestants then have to decide whether to duck under or jump over the gyro arm.
To jump or to duck? Or jump while ducking? Or duck while jumping? That's the question as these 12 suffer the slings and arrows on their way to outrageous fortune.
The final 6 contestants move on to our next round, while the last man standing earns a $1,000 bonus.
All right, the contestants are ready to go. Let's get down to the action.
Well, the water's not too cold.
See Milkman Tyler there getting ready to give 2%.
Come on, baby.
And the sweeper
The crushing, gyrating sweep.
gets underway. Broom, broom. It's the first revolution of the sweeper arm. So far, so good. Nope, Mr. Mom belly flops. Don't know how effective that method's gonna be.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of different techniques here.
And actually, they all look the same to me.
Well, to the untrained eye, perhaps.
That means it's time to switch on the gyro.
Not cool, not cool.
I completely disagree.
Oh! Sweeper claiming its first victim.
The gyro sweeper is about balance, timing, and agility, John, and this guy's got none of it.
Come on, baby.
And that leaves us with 11 contestants. No! 10 contestants standing. Lonnie Stewart, our special forces op, our second man down.
He's having some serious trouble with our unconventional warfare. Proven to be more raspberry beret than green beret, John.
This is crazy. Come on.
The sweeper gaining speed, 10 still looking good. Oh, unassisted triple play.
Oh, you hear so much about it, John, but you rarely see it.
First, our klutz Natalie showcases her well-honed clumsiness, and she's down.
Then singer-songwriter Kaylin hits a sour note, and she gets bounced.
Finally, anatomy teacher Brittany swept, gyrated, and crushed.
Looks like her students will have something besides frogs to dissect in class tomorrow.
Fry Guy Mark, little love tap there. And we need just one more person to wipe out before our final 6 compete for the $1,000 prize.
And around she goes, where she stops, nobody does know.
Milkman composing a wipeout rhyme for his young son. That's pretty cute. Wow! No, another one bites the dust. Who was that, John?
That was Heather. You remember her from the qualifier?
As a matter of fact, I don't.
Let me remind you.
Oh, that's right. She was the girl that fell. Now I remember.
And that wipeout leaves us with our top 6. Danielle, Don't Mess with Texas Bagby, still in it.
So is Kindergarten Kate, our only other girl. The Milkman is still in it for his kid. He's not curdled yet. Pastor Craig and Mr. Mom side by side, along with Fry Guy Mark.
$1,000, baby, $1,000.
He's absolutely right, Johnny. The $1,000 game starts right now, and the last person standing cashes in.
Oh, it will not be the Milkman.
Oh, and it won't be Kindergarten Kate either.
Yeah, the sweeper takes Tyler's milk money and his kidney. And while Kate may only teach kindergarten, she wipes out at a first grade level.
Fry Guy celebrating perhaps a bit too early. Oh, wait, what's this? What? Don't Mess with Texas is down. What happened there?
Don't Mess with Texas decided not to mess with a sweeper arm. You know what they say about Texas? They like their hats big, their cars big, and their quitting even bigger.
So after that give up, it's a 3-man race for the $1,000 bonus.
$1,000 is mine, baby.
Let's go, baby. Whoa, Pastor Craig taken out by the Red Devil. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of big balls, I shall fear no sweeper.
Now it's mano-y-mano between Fry Guy Mark, who can afford to supersize things with the money, and Mr. Mom Shane with 4 hungry mouths to feed.
Mr. Mom sticking with that belly flop technique. I'm not sure how it feels, but it's getting him some results. Fry Guy wipes out in short order, and it is all over.
Mr. Mom brings home the bacon with that $1,000 bonus.
Appletini's on him next girls' night out.
So along with the bonus winner, Mr. Mom, moving on to the next round will be Kindergarten Kate Ilfeld, Fry Guy Mark Jones, Milkman Tyler Rowley, Pastor Craig Hamilton, and Don't Mess with Texas, Daniel Bagby. We are back on Wipeout, and glad you are too.
Oh, it's been a busy day here on Wipeout, where we've cut the field from the 24 who started the day all the way down to 6.
And speaking of those final 6, here they are. We have Mr. Mom, Shane Butler, Fry Guy Mark Jones, Pastor Craig Hamilton, Milkman Tyler Rowley, Kindergarten Kate Ilfeld, and Don't Mess with Texas, Daniel Bagby.
And of those 6, just 4 will be moving on to the Wipeout zone and get a shot at our $50,000 prize.
But standing in their way is our all-wet, all-wild, slippery course. Here's how it works. Contestants will start at the top of the slick slide, where it's a quick race to the bottom and right to Branch in the face. Then it's on to the mesh mosh run, where they must climb across this rubber belt to the other side.
Oh, that's a mesh waiting to happen. See what I did there, John, as I took the word.
Then it's on to the spinner. First person to stand on the center platform advances to the Wipeout zone. The remaining 5 run the course again, but this time they take on the slippery wall. Again, first person to the center of the spinner moves on. Everyone else, they run again.
All right, the contestants are ready to slip and slide, so let's get down to the action.
There's the horn, and round 1 has begun.
They are down the chute and into the fruit.
The Milkman gets up early. He'll be the first to take a branch to the face.
Who's going over.
It's the milkman and the fry guy in a battle of the food groups.
I got this.
Is Mr. Mom gonna tolerate that kind of backtalk?
Oh, fry guy gets disciplined and everybody takes a timeout.
Jill, what is going on down there?
Just madness, complete chaos.
Here comes the milkman.
Hey, baby.
Hey, that's how the milkman used to talk to my mom.
Don't Mess with Texas is out in the lead, and Texas-sized wipeout. And Mr. Mom, whoa!
We're looking at a 10-point degree of difficulty and a 100-point degree of mudidity.
Can anybody make it out of this mess?
Pastor Craig gets baptized. Kindergarten Kate doesn't graduate. Fry guy manages to slide by with just a little heartburn.
Yeah, he's the first on his way to the spinner.
And our stay-at-home dad, ooh, let's see that again. Mr. Mom gets dropped off the cabool.
But in the lead and at the spinner is the fry guy. He's ready to jump. He does it. Now all he has to do is crawl his way up to the top. Will anybody catch him?
Nope. Nope. And nope.
And our first contestant heading to the wipeout zone is Fry Guy. Sizzling.
Guess nobody else could catch up. Get it? See, what I did is I took a popular
I have no groans left for you.
Okay.
Back at the top, and it's time for round 2.
Here we go.
There they go. Milkman slides into the lead. He's up and headed for a branch in the face. Don't Mess with Texas close behind.
Kindergarten Kate running late and enjoying some corporal punishment.
Milkman is first to the slippery wall, but hey, Don't Mess with Texas heads him off the old El Paso.
Yeah, that's making Milkman lactose intolerant, and he is coming around to the back door.
And he is on the first triangle, feeling white hot. And already on that second triangle.
Oh, and the Milkman fails to deliver.
Next.
Mr. Mom makes his move, gives the triangle a bear hug. Will it return the love?
He's getting spanked by this course.
What a way to fall.
Meanwhile, our other dad, the Milkman, making his way off the slippery wall, jumping. Oh, spilt milk.
Don't cry, John.
Back on the slippery slope, Mr. Mom looking for an opening.
He jumps like Super Mom and lands it.
The Milkman headed for the spinner.
Whose dad is better?
Fall, Tyler, fall.
Milkman leaps. He's hanging on like a baby to a bottle. Now it's a battle of the daddies as here comes Mr. Mom. If he doesn't make his move now, John, it is not happening.
But it is happening for the Milkman. He's our second contestant moving on to the wipeout zone.
And Mr. Mom isn't.
Okay, guys, round 3 is about to begin.
And here they go.
Oh, crap. Mr. Mom making a mess with those balls.
Someone's gonna have to clean that up later, John. I'm not your maid.
They're moving quickly now, but first, how about a branch to the face? Yeah, that's pleasant. Mr. Mom's first into the meshmosh. Pastor Craig close behind.
Kindergarten Kate decides to play along. Pastor Craig walks towards the promised land. Oh, not gonna make it.
Mr. Mom looking sick. No, gets rinsed there.
That was your one shot. Oh, Heavenly Father, help me out. I need to lean on you. I'm done.
Pastor Craig turns to the man upstairs. Mr. Mom joins the flock.
I'm feeling it, baby.
Can we get a hallelujah?
Heavenly...
Oh, looks like he's running with the devil, John.
Mr. Mom much smoother than his dishpan hands. He makes it. Didn't see that coming.
And neither did Don't Mess with Texas.
Mr. Mom quickly onto the pedestal. He's on the verge. He's on the spinner. He's just another guy splashing around in the water.
Does Pastor Craig have a prayer catching up? Amen, testify.
Mr. Mom back on the pedestal, jumping there, hanging on. Still anybody's race because here comes Pastor Craig.
Wow, a leap of faith. Will it be enough to catch Mr. Mom?
No.
Going to the wipeout zone.
Okay, there are 3 contestants left and only 1 spot in the wipeout zone. Let's see if they're ready.
Yes, I'm ready. All right, let's do this. Let's go.
It's like the 4th time. Come on.
I'll take that as a yes.
There's the horn. Pastor Craig opts for the tubeless approach, but that won't put him ahead of Don't Mess with Texas.
She's busting through those branches like she's clearing brush. Ooh, and it's clearing back.
Don't Mess with Texas is the first on the slippery wall. She easily makes it to that first triangle. Now Pastor Craig being led into temptation.
Don't Mess with Texas is not messing around. She's already onto the second triangle, John.
Pastor Craig searching for an opening.
Oh, swearing to the clergy. I gotta see that one more time. Here comes Pastor Craig. He tips the triangle here, which results in profanity here.
And they're at it again. Don't Mess with Texas is in the lead, but hold on. She
Can't get her out.
Jill, what is going on?
She's gonna let him go first.
Looks like Don't Mess with Texas is trying to turn the triangles on Pastor Craig.
Go, jump for it, baby, go.
Now she's resorting to psychological pressure, John. Seems like this is a long shot to me. Maybe not.
Pastor Craig moving like a man possessed. He's on the second triangle, dives for it, and he's past the slippery wall. Don't Mess with Texas, also on that second triangle. Pastor Craig moves on to the pedestals.
Don't Mess with Texas with a Texas-sized jump.
Pastor Craig is already at the edge of the spinner.
Holy water! Can Kindergarten Kate come from behind? No! Schooled again.
Don't Mess with Texas hesitates at the spinner. Here comes Pastor Craig.
Like a bat out of, well, you know, he leaps. No!
Spinner not forgiving his trespasses.
Now! Now!
Little encouragement from the sidelines. She jumps and sticks like a cow pie.
Pastor Craig coming out of the water, but it is too late.
And we have our Wipeout Zone.
So our last contestant, Don't Mess with Texas, Daniel Bagby, will be the lone lady in the Wipeout Zone.
She'll be moving along with Fry Guy Mark Jones, Milkman Tyler Rowley, and Mr. Mom Shane Butler.
Welcome back to Wipeout. We have 4 contestants left and fire.
That's right. The sun is down, the lights are up, and the time has come for that test of strength and courage known only as the Wipeout Zone.
The Wipeout Zone consists of several stages, beginning with the catapult. After catching air and crashing down, contestants will swim over to our next obstacle, the Gears of Doom.
3 rotating gears contestants must get across, and if not timed precisely, they'll send you straight into the icy water. The next obstacle is the scary go-round. Contestants will jump onto the moving platform, up and over the stairs, and continue across to the other side.
Then it's on to the final leg of the journey, the gauntlet. The piston punch attacks first, followed by the bumper turntable. And finally, it's a long walk across our dangerous drop bridge to the finish platform.
4 contestants remain, and the one with the best time goes home $50,000 richer. Up first, Don't Mess with Texas, Danielle Bagby. Let's see how she corralled her way into the Wipeout Zone.
Don't Mess with Texas got messed with plenty by the motivator on our qualifier. Didn't bother to try for the $1,000 sweeper bonus. Still rallied on the slippery course to become the last contestant and only woman to make it to the Wipeout Zone.
Here she is in the catapult. Don't Mess with Texas. Ready to go. And wow! Look at that. Our Lone Star shooting across the night sky as she splashes down into the zone.
You can see a very nice entry here. That's how you want to do it. You don't want to crash face first into that water.
Okay, she is onto the Gears of Doom, and whoa, that didn't take long. Into the water already, John.
This is one of the most difficult obstacles we've ever had in the Wipeout Zone because it combines both balance and timing. Don't Mess with Texas going for a second run and making it look much easier here. Look at easy when it's not.
Don't Mess with Texas not messing around as she makes her way across and on her way to the scary go-round.
Oh, you can do this, girl.
Little first-person pep talk there, and she's off.
Oh, way off. And she takes a big shot right there. That's why they call it the scary go-round, John. Round and round it goes. Where you wipe out, nobody knows.
Big setback to her time there, but she powers on with that don't mess with me attitude. And she's now reached the middle of the scary go-round.
Starting to look a little tired, but still determined. She's taking her time here. She's got to be careful. She doesn't want to risk another wipeout. And she's got it. Now only the gauntlet remains.
And first up in the gauntlet, the piston punch. Look at that water spraying everywhere. Don't Mess with Texas. A little thrilled about this jump.
No, she's going to make a run for it. Oh! Take a look at the replay. Massive body shot followed by the long drop into that ice-cold water.
Rapidly approaching the piston punch for round 2, coming up on the 6.5-minute mark. Smartly pausing there between the pistons, and then bolting through.
She's onto the bumper turntable now. Let's see if she can make it off that and onto the dangerous drop bridge. And she does.
Now that bridge might look stable, John, but it can and will fall at any moment, and she's got to always be ready for that.
Oh, no.
That Texas-sized confidence might be shrinking, John, but look at how close she is to the finish line. And there it goes, sending her flying into the frigid water below.
And that means all the way back to the start of the gauntlet. So close, yet so far.
That piston punch still messing with Texas. They are going for a knockout.
But she continues to fight back, not giving up, determined to post a competitive opening time here in the Wipeout Zone. And she's across onto that bumper turntable, wasting no time there, leaps right onto that dangerous drop bridge again.
I want to do this.
Can't say as I blame her, John. The drop bridge, as you mentioned, designed to fall at different intervals every time, making it virtually impossible to master.
Making her way to the top of the drop bridge. So close, moving very cautiously. And she alertly steps off before the bridge can even drop. She is home with a final time of 8 minutes, 24 seconds.
That was scary.
Danielle, don't mess with Texas. It's a very solid time to beat. The Wipeout Zone is no joke tonight. And this man coming out of the fog is about to take on the challenge.
Let the party begin.
Proud father, milkman Tyler Rowley. Let's recap his road to the zone.
Scary tombstone salesman.
We decided to go the other way, remember?
Oh, that's right. Milkman Tyler Rowley conquered the qualifier in record-smashing time. He stayed white-hot through the sweeper and milked the slippery course for all it was worth when he nabbed a spot in the Wipeout Zone.
Milkman looks ready to go. He wants to inspire his young son to drink milk, and he's been fortifying us all day long with his performance. Our current leader on the sidelines with Jill.
And the Milkman making a special delivery into the zone. Even gives a little shout-out before he takes the plate.
Now Milkman out of the water and onto the gears of doom. Oh! Straight into the drink. Fortunately, still early in his run. Plenty of time to overcome that fall. Our leader needed 2 tries at the gears. Oh! And a second wipeout.
Take a look, John. His timing was right, but he had a little trouble with his balance there.
Well, maybe the 3rd time will be the charm. I hope so for him because the clock is now becoming a bit of a concern.
On the last gear, man, he was right there.
And the time loss now really puts Milkman in the hole.
And finally, he has had enough.
Yeah, he's going to take the time penalty and move on to the next obstacle. Gears of Doom are the only obstacle in the Wipeout Zone where this is an option. It's just that tough. Finally, at the scary go-round, still has a shot at that 50 grand, but he needs to tear through the rest of this course.
And the Milkman with a mad dash to the center. Made up some time there, but he has dug himself quite a hole thus far. He's going to need to keep up this pace if he wants to catch Danielle. And he makes the jump. He is really closing that gap, John.
Now he faces the gauntlet. A series of 3 obstacles in 3 minutes to the 50 grand. Through the piston punch, he's on the bumper turntable. A half turn and in a flash, he's to the drop bridge. Gap closed, John.
I'd say so, and now he's facing that long climb up the drop bridge. You never know when that's going to give way. There it goes. So close.
Don't mess with Texas on the sidelines, keeping an eye on the clock and the competition. Milkman looking to best her time of 8:24. Moving quickly. He's 1 drop bridge away. Will he be our new leader, or will the Milkman take another drink?
Seconds ticking away. The finish line so close now, waiting for the bridge to drop. Hopefully, it'll be a little bit kinder on his second attempt. Tyler making his move. And he's on the finish platform.
And that is the new time to beat. 7 minutes, 50 seconds. An incredible recovery. Raise a glass to the Milkman. We are back on Wipeout, and we are in the second half of the Wipeout Zone. And Tyler Milkman Rowley is currently in first place.
That's right, but 2 more challengers remain. Next up is Fry Guy Mark Jones. Let's take a look at his trip to the Wipeout Zone.
Fry Guy Mark Jones was a quick study in our qualifier, burning up the course in short order. He was the second to last man standing on the sweeper. Then he flash fried the competition on a slippery course to bag the first spot in the Wipeout Zone. And the Fry Guy is ready to go. Fry, be free. Oh, and definitely a tough landing right there.
Fry Guy out of the frying pan, into the fire, and quickly doused out by the waters of the Wipeout Zone.
Next up, the Gears of Doom. Now, this obstacle has brought down our other 2 finalists at least once tonight. Oh, tough hit there.
Yeah, he misses the grip with his hands here, but luckily he catches it here with his face.
Fry Guy takes the time penalty. However, he still has to make a very long, very cold swim over to the scary-go-round.
And it looks like that swim really took a lot out of him, as evidenced by the drool.
He's on that rotating arm and off almost immediately.
Maybe it's the fatigue, but he did not get his footing at all on that moving arm, John.
No, wobbly legs for sure. Needs to pull himself together because he's going to have to try this again.
And he is really starting to suck wind out there.
Attempt number 2. He's on. In the gut again.
Looks like he was trying to leap over that arm, but that is not how it's done.
Okay, he is up for a 3rd attempt, but he is worn out, huffing and puffing, and no doubt cold from that water. He's on the arm again. Oh! John, this is not a replay. This is a repeat.
I don't believe this, John. He is just not grasping this obstacle at all.
Mark now facing down the scary-go-round for a 4th time. Down again, Johnny.
Oh, the clock continues to advance. Those seconds, they just keep ticking, and our Fry Guy is looking more and more beat.
And this is number 5, I believe, huh?
Just
sad to watch.
It's just tragic at this point. The Fry Guy can't get past the scary-go-round.
He's going to give it one more go, but there's the horn.
Nice.
Our milkman remains the leader. One contestant between Tyler Rowley and the top prize.
Mr. Mom Shane Butler cooked up a memorable qualifier run when he almost cleared Arthur's balls. Grabbed a few pennies for the kids' piggy banks when he nabbed the $1,000 sweeper bonus and slipped and slid on our slippery course to a coveted spot in the wipeout zone.
It all comes down to this, a battle between our dads, Mr. Mom and the milkman.
Jake, Devin, Kate, Mallory. It's for you guys.
A little shout out to the kids, and Mr. Mom is ready. Catapult and into the water. Wow.
We have not seen this entry before, Johnny. On his back.
Better than on his face, that's for sure.
Mr. Mom up to the gears of doom. Now, everybody has wiped out here at least once tonight. But Mr. Mom onto the 2nd and shifts flawlessly into 3rd.
Wow, he makes it through on his first attempt.
He is a force to be reckoned with.
Come on. Next up is the scary-go-round, but Mr. Mom already onto the center platform.
Tyler, are you getting a little bit nervous now?
Grim, yeah.
Making his way out onto the edge of the platform. And he made it. Oh, somewhere the Fry Guy weeps. Less than 90 seconds in, he's already at the gauntlet. A record-setting pace, John.
Facing the piston punch now. Mr. Mom taking his time.
Here he goes. Caught up a bit there in the piston punch. Oh, and now he's down for the first time in the wipeout zone.
Flawless up until now. Mr. Mom shows he does, in fact, have a weakness, and unfortunately, that weakness is a gigantic water-spitting piston.
All right, set to try again past the 3-minute mark. Showing some fatigue now. Really taking his time.
Come on. Hesitating, trying to time it out correctly. And there he goes. Shane, sort of the meat in a piston sandwich right there.
Oh! Nearly impaled John. Look at that again. A massive rebound off the bumper turntable, setting him back to the start of the gauntlet. Ouch.
Yeah, Johnny, he got hit so hard, I think his kids felt that one.
This is shocking. Mr. Mom conquers what for most people had been the hardest part of the course, only to get caught up in the gauntlet. And now he has less than 3 minutes to complete the course if he wants to take home the cash to Mama.
Back at the piston punch, making his way through, leap to the turntable. Oh, no, it sends him into the water again.
Another look, the arms outstretched to the heavens, wondering how has it come to this? The clock is a factor now.
Back up quickly and at it again. Oh, come on, seriously? Another piston punch and he's down again.
And now we have ourselves a fantastic finish, John. One more mistake separates Shane from the 50 grand or nothing.
He has finally made it to the turntable. He has waited a long time for this. About 30 seconds left on the clock at this point.
Oh, my.
And I gotta be honest, he only has one chance to get this jump correct.
Needs to start climbing. That bridge could drop at any time, and with it, Shane's hopes for the money. There it goes. Oh, that will do it. The battle of the dads goes to our milkman.
Tyler, congratulations! You just won Wipeout! $50,000, buddy!
Cream rise rises to the top, John. Cream rises to the top.
Indeed, and that's going to do it for us. Please join us next week, as always, when 24 new contestants take on some crazy new obstacles. Until then, America, I'm John Anderson.
And for our colleague Jill Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big balls.
The stage is set.
I'm the master of the balls.
24 ordinary men and women are about to go head-to-head with the most extraordinary obstacle course ever assembled. Those brave enough must be prepared to endure breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and catastrophic falls. Only the swiftest and fastest four will move on and compete in our final obstacle course, the biggest of them all, the Wipeout Zone, the final step in the journey to $50,000. The epic competition begins now to see who will emerge victorious and who will wipe out.
I am in trouble.
Hello, America, and welcome to Wipeout. I'm John Anderson, and standing next to me is John Henson.
And standing next to me is John Anderson.
Well said.
Thank you. I took a 12-month online course in TV hosting.
How long did that take you?
Just over 24 months.
Well, speaking of 24, today 24 ordinary Americans will try and conquer the most insane obstacle course ever constructed.
Yeah, and someone's walking away with $50,000, and it all starts with the Wipeout qualifier. It's called a segue, Johnny.
You're brilliant. This week, we start with the spiked fenders.
Doctor not recommended.
Then on to a real knockout. It's the sucker punch.
Sucker!
Next, it's America's sweethearts, the big balls.
Don't forget the overprotective motivator. That one not so sweet.
Following that, the trampoline hurdles. And finally, we have the zip line swing.
Yeah, how hard can that be? Now, of the 24 contestants, only those with the top 12 times will move past the qualifier and on to the next round.
All right, let's get to our first contestant of the day, who's with the third member of our Wipeout team, Jill Wagner.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with Mark Saldana. Welcome to Wipeout, Mark.
Hey, 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 what's up, America? Sitting here, ready to roll.
All right, Mark, you're crazy. What's up with the soul patch? You got blue and blue. What's your favorite color?
Try to keep everything color coordinated so I don't look a fool.
No, Mark, you don't look a fool, but you do look like maybe you've been fooling around with a Smurf.
Looks like he's been eating a Smurf.
All right!
Mark tried not to look a fool on the course.
Oh, man, Mark throwing himself body and soul patch.
Now with a black and blue soul patch. He's approaching our first real obstacle, the spiked fenders.
Three Stooges war cry, and he's off.
Oh, what a hit, getting bounced backwards. And he's completely muddied up the soul patch.
Yeah, he'll be able to taste that Wipeout for days. It's a Wipeout flavor saver, John. Here.
It will be if you run across the top of the fenders to get to the platform, not go through them. Oh. Seriously, Johnny, the fender's playing Mark like an accordion.
Yeah, maybe his body will play a little more soul music over at the sucker punch.
Oh, a blast to the belly, he's down again.
John, that hit knocked the soul right out of our soul man. Out of sight, Daddy-O.
Yeah, actually, where is he? Oh, wait a minute, there he is.
Soul man Sandana coming up to the big balls. John, is there any chance he's gonna make it across him?
Wouldn't bet my soul on this.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. I'm starting to think blue is in his natural hair color.
Mark, now up to our next obstacle. This is the trampoline hurdles.
And I think he just laid his eyes on them. Seriously, they popped out of his head.
Oh, the hurdles doing the popping now.
Look at those moves. He's the godfather of soul patches. Man, Papa's got a brand new back brace.
What perseverance, John. Mark's flopped his way across the hurdles. Now he has to take on the final obstacle, the zip line swing set.
I think he's still got the shakes from doing too many hurdles. Trampoline hurdle side effects may include involuntary shaking, big balls, constipation, bloating, mad cow disease, and halitosis.
Let's go, Mark!
Well, he better recover because he's got to use the zip line to make it onto the swing set. And then he has his giant leap to the finish platform. Otherwise, it is a slow and painful swim to the finish spot.
Soul man sizing it up, and he's off. Oh, sweet mother of sports cream.
Johnny, that is a 10-foot drop just from the zip line and then another 8 feet to the water. That's a backbreaking 18-foot drop. And a 1-foot drop to his knees, finishing right around the 4.5-minute mark.
Holy, good grief.
Next at the top of the course is Valerie Barrera. Very special contestant, John.
I'll say. She can stand on one leg.
Yes, but let's go to Jill for another reason.
Now, I have a little something special to tell you. You are our 500th contestant here on Wipeout.
No way.
Yes way, yes.
Oh, that's so awesome. Really?
Yeah, but you didn't win anything, though. We just wanted to tell you that.
Jill, that is absolutely not true. Valerie wins a free trip to the big malls. Airfare, accommodations, and ambulance ride not included.
Let's go, Valerie!
Come on, 500, make us proud.
Speech!
Bravo!
Valerie, how does it feel to be the 500th contestant?
I feel like I'm dying. That hurt.
Well, duh. Next at the top of the course is Mona Mahani. She's 24 years old, a photographer, and she...
500, baby, 500, woo! Yeah!
And she apparently thinks she's the 500th contestant.
We already did that, Mona. You're 501. Well, this is too embarrassing to watch, John.
Well, then let's move ahead to 20-year-old student David Farner, who says he has no tolerance for pain. And he's approaching the spike fenders. Not good.
Oh! Yeah. Welcome to Wipeout, David. Home of the world's most painful belly flop.
John, if he thought his belly hurt before, wait until the sucker punch gets his fists on him.
For a guy who doesn't like pain, he makes a great human punching bag. How much more can he take?
Tons of pain, no gain.
Oh, gross. Look at that, John. David eats it, and then he really eats it.
Well, don't worry, David. It's an all-you-can wipe-out buffet. Our contestants eating it all over the course, John.
From those delicious blocks
Oh, baby, yeah, let me go.
to those tasty spikes.
A little mud to cleanse the palate.
Tastes like poo.
Time to eat some more.
John, our main course today is served up by Chef Big Balls, Snapper.
And to go with it, mashed couch potatoes over the trampoline hurdles.
Break a bon appetit.
What's the zipline swing set serving for dessert?
Tear me in two.
Now to somebody who can feed an army. This is 42-year-old military mom Terry Lathrop.
Huh, sure look like a military mom. Still not seeing it.
All right, Terry, show me, like, how you send your kids to the room when they've done something bad. How do you do that? Are you, like, a little bit tougher on them?
Brock!
Get out of your room!
Brock!
Knock it off!
Have you ever stepped on a Lego barefoot?
It hurts!
Brock!
She scares me.
Oh, my kids better appreciate this.
Yeah, they better. Especially Brock! Whoa! A full flip, and she goes from military mom to one in the dirty dozen.
Brock!
The money. The money.
Now approaching the trampoline hurdles, 20-year-old student Ty Holloway.
And she's got money on her mind, John. Literally. Oh, that's the money shot. Come on, Ty, show us the money.
Yeah, that's one way to shake your moneymaker right there.
The hurdle's going after Ty like she had a price on her head.
Curling on the ladder up to the zipline swing is Michael Chow, who...
I love you, Jill!
Loves Jill.
I'm doing this for you!
I love you too, Michael.
Hey, Jill, at least wait until the third
I
date.
heart you!
I heard you too.
Okay, beautiful moment. Can we move on and see some more wipeouts, please?
You like what you see?
Wow, not a cherub, Johnny. Grown man, just dropped his pants.
Yeah, that's love.
That's disturbing.
Jill!
Oh, good night, moon.
Jill, are there any respectable men left on this course?
Constantine Chorogariu.
That's me.
Now, Constantine, where are you from?
I'm from Transylvania.
Oh, really? What do you do?
I'm a blood banker.
Really?
I freeze and thaw extremely rare blood.
Keep it in your refrigerator?
I have a,
Looking at my neck.
you know, some guys are top guys, some are bottom guys. I'm a neck guy. I love beautiful, long necks.
Okay, wow. Back to you, John.
Constantine on the course. Sunlight obviously having an effect on him. Let's see if he can recover. Take on the big balls.
4 big balls, John. 4. Constantine made 1. 2 big balls, John.
Nice, boys. Not annoying at all. Constantine now up to the trampoline hurdles.
1 hit, John. 2 hits.
Please, John, stop.
Ah, bats.
He's off the hurdles and he is sucking up this course. At the zip line swing set, Constantine spreads his wings and flies. Ouch! Oh, painful reversal. The swing sinking its teeth into Constantine.
I'd say Constantine and the swing are now blood brothers.
Finishing with a time of 4 minutes, 12 seconds and looking a little pale, Constantine Choragario. I see you've got the garlic necklace to ward off the vampires. Nice.
What are you talking about? I thought it just went with my outfit. You know how I love to accessorize with food stuff.
Welcome back to Wipeout, where the qualifier is in full swing.
Well, then consider me a swinger.
Always have. Let's go down now to Jill Wagner, and she's standing by with our next contestant.
Okay, guys, I'm down here with Shannon Stotts. Welcome to Wipeout, Shannon.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Do you think you're gonna win Wipeout?
I know I'm gonna win Wipeout because I always win.
So any competition that you've done, you've always won.
Every single competition I've done, I have won. Yes, it's true.
Well, that's going to do it for us, John. Please tune in next week. Until then, I'm John.
No. What are you doing?
Well, she said she's the winner.
No, she said she wins at everything. She hasn't won yet.
What's that now?
Shannon still has to take on the qualifier before she can advance. And first up, the spike fenders. Oh, Shannon takes one to the shin.
That was brutal.
That's not brutal. That's just a warm-up. Take 2.
Oh, and spinning back into the mud.
Yeah, John, to the victor go the spills.
Well, winners never quit. Shannon's now at the sucker punch. Battle of the Titans, Johnny. Battle of the Titans.
That it is. And the winner is Tumble.
Big ball, big ball. Here we go.
Oh, Shannon using visualization techniques. Visualizing big balls. Really big red balls. Oh, wow.
I think she visualized a big fall. A really big fall.
There's the winning attitude, Johnny.
Yeah, it's the power of positive thinking, John, also known as denial. Let's see how she does on the hurdles.
No, I would not recommend sitting on top of the hurdle.
No, sir.
What a Wipeout.
Shannon at the zip line swing set. Will the winning streak continue? Oh,
well, that was a streak.
I almost made it.
Yeah, that's the attitude, Shannon. You overachieve.
Oh my gosh.
the winner up to the winner's circle now.
That was awesome.
Really?
Wow.
More like,
Closer to number 9 at this point. Next up, Robert Martinez, and he's warming up his wrists.
Chili Bean on the Wipeout course, ready to blow it up!
You heard him, John. His name's Chili Bean, and he's gonna blow it up.
I don't like where this is headed. Jill, interview at your own risk.
My nickname is Jilly Bean. How'd you get yours?
Well, I have the tendency to go ahead and pass gas.
Oh, I got my nickname from the Easter Bunny.
Well, Jill, maybe he got his from the Chili Bunny.
Chili Bean up to the spiked fenders. Good breeze from behind.
Oh, Chili carnage. Yeah, I bet he's gonna blame that wipeout on his dog.
John, that yell is coming from 28-year-old mortgage broker Elisa Hernandez.
I hope she's faster at locking in rates than she is at approaching the big balls, John.
Oh, she better go. In the motivator.
Oh, man! The motivator going into the mortgage business and lending her one giant push.
Yeah, that is definitely a jumbo loan, Johnny. That's 39-year-old magician Anton Reniti.
Come on, baby!
Hey, nice outfit, buddy. I've always said that dressing like an 1800s barkeep is the best attire for the show. Oh, check it out! Anton landed the swing set. Come on, Magic Man.
Come on, Magic Man.
That's amazing. How did he know I just said that?
All right, John, he's up. This is it.
Let's go, Anton!
Here he goes.
Huh. What do you think the magic word is? Go. Now. Leap. Big balls?
Ah!
Oh!
Yeah. Say it again, John.
Big balls!
Ah!
Big balls!
Ah!
Super slow-mo big balls. Well, John, Anton shouldn't feel so bad. That last step's been a doozy for everybody today. Oh! Hey!
Let's go, Donovan!
Maybe 29-year-old Donovan Eberling has a shot. He's got a talent, as Jill found out.
I was all-state choir, so it's kind of like saying I was in the minor leagues.
Choir boy.
Yeah, I was a choir boy.
All right, show me what you got. Go ahead.
No.
Voice of an angel, Johnny.
Well, let's see if he can fly through this. There he goes.
And he's on. Now all he needs is a little gift from the heavens above.
This looks like fun.
Oh! Instead, he took a shot down below. A little something in the key of ouch. Choir boy Donovan finishing with a painful time of 2 minutes, 51 seconds.
Now, what about a victory song?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I need to work out more.
Go sit down.
This looks like a job for an old guy.
Love the old guy. John, our last contestant is 58-year-old Terry Smith. This looks like a job for Jill.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a traffic officer for the city of Los Angeles.
So wait a minute. You give tickets?
I give tickets when you make me.
Do you have any friends, Terry?
Terry Smith going from hero to zero. Let's see how he handles the 4 big balls we've parked in his path.
Uh-oh, John. Could it be? Yep. He's motivated. He's motivated.
Hey, what? No one's ever survived the motivator attack. And Terry, the traffic cop, now going for the 3rd and the 4th. He's made it. John, he's gone where no man's ever gone before. What kind of training are they doing for traffic cops these days?
I don't know. I think we're looking at one of those new robo-traffic cops.
They have those?
Yeah. And this one's getting the circuitry beat out of it.
Oh, finally down, John.
All right, the trampoline hurdle, not letting Terry double park, and finally towing him over the edge.
But he's still on pace for a great time with one more obstacle to go.
Oh, a little slip there, but he's on. And John, I think only a robo-traffic cop can make this leap.
Oh! This meter has expired.
Well, Jill, Terry Smith still riding his own ticket to the top 12. With a time of 3:51, he'll be moving on to the next round.
Joining him will be our 500th contestant, Valerie Barrera, vampire Constantine Chorogariu, and military mom Terry Lathrop.
Also advancing our soul man, Mark Saldana, choir boy, Donovan Eberling, and Shannon Stott's the winner.
So these 12 are moving on, but remember, we clear the scores so they can start fresh in the new round.
Like fresh wipeouts. Welcome back to Wipeout. John, we eliminated 12 people from the competition on the qualifier, so go ahead, do the math for us.
12 people remain. Among them are our 500th contestant, Valerie Barrera, followed by our 501st contestant, Mona Mahani, and vampire Constantine Chorogariu.
Plus, robo-traffic cop Terry Smith, choir boy Donovan Eberling, and our military mom, Terry Lathrop.
Well, those 12 contestants have a mind-bogglingly difficult task ahead of them.
That would be the gyro sweeper.
Oh, not just the gyro sweeper. This is a truly special hybrid edition with distracting fingers.
Wow, contestants will stand on 10-foot-high pedestals while the gyro sweeper moves around and around. During the first pass, contestants will have to jump over the bar through the fingers to avoid being knocked into the water below.
But once I pull the magic lever, the gyro arm at the end of the sweeper will begin to gyrate in a circular motion. Then contestants will have to time it just right and decide whether to jump over or duck under the gyro arm, which is not even to mention the amazingly distracting fingers.
How many fingers am I holding up?
I'm gonna go with 6.
That's how many contestants move on, and the last person standing wins a $1,000 bonus.
But I think it's safe to say the real bonus here are the distracting fingers. Am I right?
Dare I say you are tingling with excitement about the distracting fingers.
Mama raised me right.
Let's get right down to it.
I can't stand up straight.
Valerie, our 500th contestant, having early trouble, but everybody else seems to be getting pretty comfortable on their pedestals.
Hey, does anyone want to see my butt?
Full moon at morning, contestants take warning. And I think that's our cue to get the sweeper underway.
Terry Lathrop, first in line. She handles that bar with military precision. Oh, Michael the Mooner, though, a little trouble with those fingers.
What did I tell you, Johnny? Those fingers are deadly, man. And Shannon the winner almost loses her balance.
Oh, our traffic cop gets tangled up and makes sure to come to a full and complete stop before wiping out.
Yeah, the sweeper cites Terry for parking in the non-loading zone and then gives him the boot.
One down!
Ooh, the 500th contestant struggling. Oh, more sloppy footwork and Craig is out. Goodness, Constantine the vampire bites it.
Yeah, he should have just turned himself into a bat and flown back up to his pedestal.
I bet he's grateful that's not holy water down there. John, with 9 contestants still standing, what do you say we turn on the gyro?
No, John. You can't rush the process.
Oh, Brittany Zubiotti. How could we forget Brittany?
Who's that now?
I stand corrected.
This bar's got my number.
Choir boy, not in harmony with our sweeper arm.
And the contestants continue to get the fingers.
Oh, Chili Bean almost blows it, but holds it in.
I'm hanging on a limb here.
All right, time to start the gyro.
You are a cruel man, John Anderson, but okay.
Oh, no. And now the contestants have to decide whether to go over or under the bar.
Oh, and Mooning Michael gets knocked off in a moonshot heard round the world.
Is that it? Am I one of the 6?
Wait a second. I count 7 standing.
Oh, boy. Somebody out there thinks they're moving on, and they're not. Oh, that's going to be sad and embarrassing.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Mona, number 501, and number 7. She might be the most unlucky contestant we've ever had. Who's going to tell her she didn't win?
1, 2, 3, not it.
Well, we finally have the 6 contestants advancing to the next round. But the competition to see who gets that $1,000 bonus, Johnny, that's going to pack plenty of drama here.
Oh, Chili Bean gets the wind knocked out.
Oh, military mom makes a tactical error.
Chili Bean's strategy backfires, and our sweeper arm lets one fly.
And military mom can't get out of the way of the sweeper's warpath. So that leaves us with 4 contestants still in the running for that extra grand.
Ooh, Mark the Soul Man lands on his soul patch, but stays in.
That was good.
The winner is still here. Well, duh.
Let's keep it going.
And miraculously, Valerie, our 500 contestant, still around despite several close calls.
Oh, but I guess the Soul Man just doesn't have her luck. The sweeper arm takes offense to Mark's ridiculous facial hair and sends him back to the avant-garde.
That was a little avant-garde.
Top 3, top 3. Not too shabby.
Yeah, Shannon had no doubt she'd be here. I mean, after all, she's gonna win. Oh, the winner's out.
No, she's not, John. She's the winner of our Wipeout Sweeper Stakes. Grand prize, a Wipeout. Must be over 18 and very buoyant to enter.
Well, we're down to the final 2.
All right, man. I'm gonna keep it going.
Me too.
Donovan the choir boy and Valerie, our 500th contestant, are the only 2 left in the running for that $1,000 bonus. Oh!
Check that. Donovan cut down by the sweeper.
Yeah, choir boy gets in a little treble and becomes a member of our not-so-glee club.
V is for Valerie and victory. 500 wins the 500 times 2.
500th contestant, and she wins the sweeper. John, what are the odds?
Very long. Valerie moves on to the next round, along with choir boy Donovan Eberling, the winner, Shannon Stotts, Mark the Soul Man, Saldana, Chili Bean, a.k.a. Robert Martinez, and our military mom, Terry Lathrop. Welcome back to Wipeout.
Or, as it will be known in the future, memorable falls of the 21st century.
In the previous round, the sweeper brushed away a half-dozen contestants, leaving us with our top 6.
Our 500th contestant, Valerie Barrera, choir boy Donovan Eberling, Chili Bean Robert Martinez, military mom Terry Lathrop, soul man Mark Saldana, and the winner, Shannon Stotts, have all advanced, placing them one step closer to the $50,000 prize. But first, they'll have to make it past our slippery course.
Contestants handled this in 4 rounds. They start at the top of the slick slide. It's a quick, slick race to the bottom and right to branch in the face. Then it's a balancing act across the bouncy beam, all the while trying to avoid the 4 sweeper arms. First person to make it onto the spinner and stand on the center platform advances. The other 5 are going to go at it again, this time facing down the slippery wall with its treacherous spinning triangles. The winner advances, and then, of course, Sean, you know what happens to the rest of them. They'll do it again.
I want to see some wipeouts.
Have I ever let you down?
Nope.
Here's Jill.
All right, thanks, guys. Let's start it off with round 1.
Okay. And they're off down the slick slide like penguins on the ice cap. Soul Man takes a quick lead. He's going to try to avoid getting whacked by Branch in the face.
Oh, instead he gets kneed in the face by Choir Boy.
Choir Boy nearing the bouncy beam. Beware the sweeper arm. Attempting to cross a bridge over troubled water.
Oh, Choir Boy is swept out to sea. Flat.
Here comes Military Mom. Oh, she dodges a bullet.
She gets swept away by some tropic thunder.
Now here's Miss 500. Takes her first one on the head.
Oh, and our 500th contestant joins the Misfortune 500.
Meanwhile, the winner, who incidentally won a blue ribbon for the balance beam in 2nd grade, out in front.
All right, guys, this is looking good for Shannon.
Meanwhile, here comes Military Mom as our winner loses her footing.
Yeah, she gives up some of her lead as Military Mom double times it around the corner, and it's now a foot race to the pedestals.
But John, take note of the Choir Boy. He's nearly across.
And the winner gonna take a shot at the spinner.
Yeah, she meant to do that.
And now it's Military Mom. Oh!
Oh, bidding a farewell to Harem's as Choir Boy warms up. He's on. Now here comes Choir Boy ascending the scales.
Looks like our choir boy might be singing.
And Choir Boy hits the high note. He is going to the wipeout zone, which means everybody else is going to compete again for...
I'm gonna win!
Yes, we get it, Shannon. You're the winner.
They're down the slick slide. Soul Man jumps up and takes the sole lead through Branch in the face.
Followed closely by the winner in a deeply perplexing second place.
Soul Man climbing the stairs to the slippery wall with spinning triangles.
And John, these triangles are strategically placed. Used correctly, and they could be helpful. Used incorrectly, they could be hurtful.
Next up, it's Chili Bean. And he clears the road.
Now it's Military Mom who parachutes into hostile territory.
Jumps the enemy lines and...
Oh, look at that! John, you gotta love these spinning triangles.
Meanwhile, the winner, who incidentally also won a long jump competition in 1999, onto that second triangle. Going to that next one. She's got it. And now the final leap. She's done it there. And she is off to the spinner.
Yeah, John, but our 500th contestant is in hot pursuit, and she makes it too.
Mark, Chili, we have 2 ladies.
You know, he's right, John. So far in round 2, the fairest sex has been dominant. As I was saying, these ladies have... These beautiful... These strong... Well, at least these truck drivers can swim.
All that blue language leaving time for Soul Man to catch up. If he can just make it...
Yeah, take your time, ladies.
And the winner takes another shot. And she's hanging on.
It's the winner, who, by the way, is a champion intramural padded obstacle climber in the offseason. She puts a check in the win column and moves on to the wipeout zone.
And she is cheering because everyone else gets to go again. And they are off again, arriving in a pile at the bottom of the slippery slide. Soul Man taking another quick lead through Branch in the face.
Now making his way out onto the bouncy beam. I think he's got it.
Soul Man takes one in the retina.
Well, they say the eyes are the windows to the soul, man.
And now it's Military Mom. Oh, incoming.
Oh, she's gonna get a Purple Heart for that one. Now it's Chili Bean. Is there a methane to his madness? No.
Military Mom, will she pass muster this time?
Yes, it's Military Mom reaching the other side.
Now it's Soul Man making his move across the bouncy beam.
Military Mom is across the pedestal. She's got the spinner in her crosshairs.
She's on.
No!
Now it's Soul Man across the pedestals.
Soul Man is on a mission from God. And he makes it onto the spinner as 500 moves into position.
Needs Velcro.
Yeah, 500 got 86th.
And we have a winner.
Soul Man taking round 3.
Good grief. And he passes on to a better place in the wipeout zone.
I hurt my shoulder.
Jill, what's going on down there?
All right, guys, heartbreaking news right now. Terry, our Military Mom, is not going to be coming back. She's hurt, so it's down to 2.
Oh, yeah, I hate to see collateral damage, Johnny.
So 2 people, 1 spot. Who's it gonna be?
Will number 500 be number 1? Or will Chili Bean burst out from behind?
Miss 500 approaching the slippery wall with the spinning triangles. And she's got on that first triangle.
Now she's going for the second. Yeah, she's got it. She's moving on. Can she do it on her first attempt?
She does it, and she is off to the spinner. So here's Chili Bean. Makes that first triangle, looking a little backed up. Makes the jump.
Oh, Chili Bean totally whips it.
And he leaves our 500th contestant with a 1 in a million shot.
She does it. She's on the spinner while Chili Bean makes another run at it, but quickly runs out of gas, which is unusual for him.
500th contestant ripping up this course.
Yeah, she's blowing Chili Bean away. She does it.
What are the odds that our 500th contestant would finish in the top 4? And joining her will be choir boy Donovan Eberling, the winner, Shannon Stotts, and Soul Man Mark Saldana. We are back here on Wipeout, and John, night has fallen, which means it's time for...
Bed.
No, the Wipeout Zone. Right. Wipeout Zone, made up of several stages, and this week it works like this.
Contestants are literally rocketed into the zone using our human catapult. Then it's a short swim over to the gears of doom, 3 rotating gears that contestants must navigate their way across. The slightest mistake in timing will drop them straight down into the icy water below.
Then onto the scary go-round, where contestants must jump onto the rotating platform, climb up the stairs, and make it through the curtain to the the other side, where a trio of obstacles known as the gauntlet awaits.
First up, the piston punch, then our lovely gazebo turntable, and finally, the treacherous drop bridge to the finish platform, specially designed to drop out from under you at any moment. 4 contestants remain. The fastest time pockets the 50K.
Up first, Valerie Barrera, our 500th contestant. The odds that she would be here, astronomical, but she's done it, and let's see how.
Our 500th contestant, Valerie Barrera, celebrated her honorable place in Wipeout history all morning long.
Oh, it's so awesome.
She enhanced her legacy on the sweeper by winning the $1,000 bonus and continued to live up to her title on the slippery course by securing that 4th and final spot in the Wipeout zone.
The face of a champion right here. About to win.
Will our 500th contestant make history again tonight? Yellow light, green means go, and launch nearly 4 stories into the air.
Beautiful entry into the zone. John, take a look at that again.
Valerie's arms waving, helping her to keep perpendicular with the water, splashing in feet first. John, it appears this is a woman who's been catapulted before. Quickly over to the gears of doom. Remember, John, if she wipes out here, she has the option to move on and take a time penalty.
But Valerie looking good here. Can she do it on the 3rd?
Oh, no, the timing was off there, and she plunges into the water. She just hops off that 2nd gear a touch early.
Yeah, she is back up. She came so close on her first attempt, she's opted to try it again instead of taking the time penalty. On to the 2nd gear.
Thrown off again.
Penalty.
There you heard it, John. She's going to move on to the scary go-round, but there are no free passes on that obstacle.
Facing down the scary go-round, timing here so important. Valerie just runs straight into the water, John.
Yeah, she sure did. Take another look. She takes about 2 steps and jumps right into the water, completely missing the point of the scary go-round. You're supposed to cross it, not use it as a diving board.
Now darting to the center, excellently timed. She is on and she is up.
Now remember, it's very slippery and it goes round and round, which I believe has something to do with the name Scary Go Round. But she jumps and makes it through the curtain.
And now she is on to the last phase of the Wipeout zone, the gauntlet.
What the hell?
That's the spirit.
And that's the 3 punching pistons. Oh, that backfired on her, John. Watch again on replay.
Yeah, she tries to duck it, but ends up losing her balance and going into the water.
She'll have to try this one for a 2nd time then. This time blowing right past the piston, striding onto that gazebo turntable. Well done. But the clock isn't done. Now ticking up to 12 minutes.
And she moves on to the drop bridge, which she needs to cross successfully in order to jump to the finish platform. Remember, though, this bridge can drop out at any time.
No, there it goes. Look at Valerie maintaining her balance to stay on the bridge. And now needs one last jump to the finish.
She leaps. Oh, can she hang on and pull herself up?
Wow, at this point, arm weary and all, crawling safely to the finish platform and rejoicing in the time to beat 12 minutes, 50 seconds.
But will it hold up? We're going to find out, because up next, Mark Saldana. Let's take a look at how he got to the Wipeout zone.
Soul man Mark Saldana took a beatnik beating from the qualifier today. Then found himself getting his soul patch shaved by the sweeper, but he came back like bell-bottoms on the slippery course, jive talking his way into the Wipeout zone.
All right, Mark Saldana is ready to take his shot at the $50,000. Soul man getting pumped, and our leader, Valerie Barrera, looking on from the sidelines.
There's the buzzer, and he is heaved through the night sky. Oh, Mark, face planting into the Wipeout zone.
Check out the replay. The Soul Man soaring to the heavens, but over-rotating, ending up in a soul-crushing belly flop.
Wow, he is on to the gears of doom, moving at a pace somewhere between exhaustion and apprehension.
Yeah, but he is picking up pace nicely, and he is already onto the 3rd gear. All he has to do is make this leap, and... John, is that the worm?
It is. I'm laughing a bit too, but I'm also impressed because he's already over at the scary go-round, John.
Yeah, look at those eyes, John. And he's on belly first. That's how he does it here tonight. Oh!
Oh! That was brutal! I'm not going to disagree. Look at this again, John. He's over and ouch. Double whammy. Oh! Back on. Quicker here. Not using the belly. Oh! Well, spoke too soon. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you can tell he's upset. Look at this. Belly first, butt down, right into the water.
But Mark hurries back at it, ducks, See, now why didn't he just do that the first time?
I have no explanation. Looking pretty good time-wise. He has just under 5 minutes to make it to the end of the course. Atop the scary go-round now, making his way across the bar where he needs to leap through the curtain, and he does it.
Hey, and there are no chuckles from the peanut gallery now. Is Valerie Barrera starting to get nervous?
Oh, there's no way.
Something tells me she's not the only one who's nervous.
Mark, a nifty little stutter step through the pistons and right to the gazebo turntable.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. And the drop bridge is no laughing matter either. Remember, Valerie did this on her first attempt, John.
Yep, but once a contestant climbs on, it can drop at any time.
Oh.
When that starts to happen, got to move faster, hold on tight so he doesn't. Do that right there.
That was freaking sneaky!
Sorry, dude, but that's why it's called the drop bridge. Check it out. As soon as it moves, he loses his balance, and his weight carries him down into the water.
It was a long swim back, but he's ready to rerun the gauntlet. And again, perfect through the pistons. And Johnny, we've seen that expression on Mark's face before.
Yeah, Mark's been clowning all day, but it is time to get serious now, as he has less than 20 seconds if he wants to steal that lead from our 500th contestant.
Needing to dig deep onto the drop bridge again.
Valerie anxiously watching from the sideline, 50 grand on the line. Mark looks like he's got it. Oh, he doesn't make it, and we have to say so long to our soul man, Mark.
Welcome back to Wipeout. We are at the midpoint of the Wipeout zone. 2 contestants have made their runs, 2 remain, John.
That's right. Currently leading is our 500th contestant, Valerie Barrera. Will she make history twice tonight?
Don't know yet, because the winner, Shannon Stotts, would like to prevent that, and so would this man, choir boy Donovan Eberling. Let's see how he sang his way into the zone.
Choir boy Donovan Eberling sang like an angel and fell like a stone on the qualifier this morning. The sweeper did not give him an encore, but it was on the slippery course where he hit his highest note, earning the very first spot in the Wipeout Zone quartet.
Donovan in the catapult, not a word, not a lyric, not a hum, Johnny.
Valerie watching with Jill on the sidelines, anxious to see if her lead will hold.
Donovan said flying, a near perfect entry. And he's on his way to the gears of doom as we view the replay.
Check it out, Johnny. Gets great distance, and I'll tell you, Donovan may sing like a bird, but he swims like a seal. He is already out of the water and onto the next obstacle.
Onto that first gear, good technique, onto the second, and he should, didn't want to do that there.
No, he didn't.
I'll take the penalty.
Looking like he's taking the time penalty. We'll take another look. Cannonball into the wall. Round and round she goes. If he wipes out, nobody knows. He's onto the platform. He's got to move out of the way. Oh, he gets caught by the sweeper arm and knocked into the wall.
John, all the way around. Look at this again. Hit in the stomach and then carried for a ride.
Yeah, but again, John really capitalizing on his strength as a swimmer, minimizing his time in the water.
Donovan with plenty of time left on the clock, but as we've seen time and time again, any one obstacle can become a dream-ending nemesis.
Well, if Donovan has a nemesis in the zone tonight, it will not be the scary go-round. He is moving on.
Donovan with only the gauntlet left and with more than 7 minutes to make it to the finish.
Oh, the piston punch lands a haymaker. Wow, check out the replay. Let's see if our choir boy can shake off that low note.
But Donovan, again, spending very little time down in the water. He is quickly back up.
Past the 7-minute mark here, and just like that, he's past the turntable and onto the drop bridge.
Look at that face, a study in concentration. If he's a quick study in the drop bridge, he could surge into the lead.
Remember now, the drop bridge can fall at any point. He makes the leap. Choir boy pulling himself up, and Johnny, look at this. He crushes the previous mark and sets a new time to beat, 7 minutes, 32 seconds.
That could earn him some serious do-re-mi. With only one person between Donovan and the 50 grand, that's Shannon Stotts, the winner. Let's see how she got to the Wipeout zone.
They always win.
The winner, Shannon Stotts, applied her winning attitude to a very painful qualifier. And though her efforts were mighty, it was the sweeper who got the upper hand. But victory was hers once again on the slippery course, as she was the second person to make it across and into the Wipeout zone.
Yay!
Time to prove it once and for all for our winner.
Donovan looking a little scared, and can't say as I blame him. If the winner had me in her sights, I'd be nervous too. Look at that beautiful Beautiful entry, Johnny. Already on the move. Take another look.
Yep, much like Donovan, she goes feet first into the water and then hustles over to the gears of doom. Oh, Johnny, that was timed exceptionally wrong.
Yeah, using her noggin there, and quite frankly, lucky she didn't leave it behind.
But once is enough. Shannon immediately opts for that time penalty. Anxious moments for Donovan as Shannon is quickly at the scary go-round.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
She takes a right into the water.
John mimics Donovan's wipeout almost to the last drop. Look again. Shannon's timing completely off, and that's really the essence of the obstacle, correctly timing that charge to the center.
All right, Shannon, back up. She moves and gets on this time.
Still in good shape time-wise, and now would not be the time to forget about those winning waves.
She's moving slowly now. She doesn't want to get caught up in that curtain as she makes the leap to the platform.
Executed perfectly, and now it's on to the gauntlet.
You can quit now while you're still ahead.
Donovan playing some mind games with Shannon. Our winner too focused to be fazed by sideline shouts or the piston punch. Leaves for the platform. Shorted it a bit there, John.
Got to pull herself up to get to the drop bridge, and she does it.
But Johnny, that part's candy compared to the challenge ahead. The choir boy made it on his first attempt. Will Shannon have the same luck? The drop bridge can fall out from you at any time. There it goes.
Oh, and our winner loses her footing and goes into the water, and she has a long swim in front of her.
As we see it again, her right foot slips off, she loses her balance, and maybe her opportunity for $50,000. 30 seconds left to complete the entire gauntlet.
She needs to move quickly now, and if I know the winner, she is playing for pride at this point, and 50 grand.
You bet. She's onto the drop bridge. Still more than 20 seconds left on the clock. Just a few yards and a jump left.
The drop bridge coming down slowly this time, John. This should be easy.
Reaching for the finish platform. Now holding on 10 seconds. Will she pull herself up or will it all slip away?
Close to the 5-second mark. Can she do it? No! The winning streak ends.
In a thrilling finish, Donovan Eberlin, by a few feet and even fewer seconds, is your new Wipeout Champion.
All right.
Yeah!
I'm glad Donovan has all that money because Jill is probably pressing charges after that.
Well, that's going to do it for us, America. Tune in next week when we will have 24 new contestants, all new obstacles, and plenty more wipeouts. Until then, I'm John Anderson.
And for our colleague Jill Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big balls.